The path narrows and the challenges grow even tougher. Welcome back to the very last chance to grab a golden ticket and go to the grand finals. Obviously, the Clash of Clans World Championship, the August qualifier. My name is once again René, bringing you all the action from the best clashes around the world with the best team on the desk I could ever ask for. It's Woody and CarbonFin.
Thank you, René. It's great to be back for the final qualifier here in August to see which of these teams is going to get that final golden ticket to compete in October.
Howdy y'all, my name's Woody and I am so excited to be joined by René and CarbonFin. Once again here on the desk, we have 8 of the best teams in the world, just like you mentioned, Carbon, and only one of them can go to ESL 1 Hamburg to compete for the $1 million prize pool.
Yeah, it is big, it is exciting because it is the last qualifier. But for everyone who's new, let's talk through about the format once again, please, guys.
Yeah, the format, we have the 8 qualified teams that will be divided into the 2 groups, Group A and Group B, and the teams will play a best-of-1 matches in a round-robin system, and the best 2 teams from each group will go to the playoffs. Woody.
That's right, CarbonFin. 4 teams from the ESL Play Online tournament and 4 teams from the in-game Clan War Leagues were divided up. Today we have Group A. They're going to be participating in a round-robin format, and we're going to count up the total number of stars that these clans get. The top 2 clans by star total will advance to the playoffs on Sunday.
If you now think, oh, group stage, that's not really playoffs yet, I can just skip it. No, because group stage is always absolutely amazing, and this time Group A, it's basically a group of veterans come to the Clash of Clans World Championship, and they want and they need the golden ticket right now because there's absolutely no other chance besides wildcard to get that.
Yeah, for the Group A, we do actually have 3 of the 4 teams returning here. We have INTZ, Kings, Nova, and then the newcomer, Golden X.
You might call it the group of death. We're going to get the chance to watch 4 of their matches today. You're going to want to keep your eyes glued to the screen because every single one of these matches counts and will come down to the wire if past this prelude. We've seen very close wars with only a few 3-star hits separating the best from the players who have to come back and try again.
And for Group B, we also going to have DK 2nd Brigade, AD Air Force, Papys Warriors, and ShenZhou.
That is definitely a lineup that we're looking forward to because they were excited. We always meet them backstage and everyone's like, yeah, I want to go. This is their last chance. Normally they're a bit more relaxed. Talking about last chances, you might wonder, the last chance for what? It's the last chance for a golden ticket, but lucky you, it's not the last chance for you to go to ESL 1 Hamburg to actually witness the Clash of Clans World Championship final on a huge stage in a stadium. Just follow the link down below in the description, get your own ticket, and have a huge viewing party with us there in Hamburg, in a beautiful city, and watch the best Clash of Clans has to offer.
Yeah, I'm going to be excited, going to be there, and I can't wait to see the action and which of the teams here today is going to join them.
5 clans have already qualified, and the last and 6th team to join from the qualifier could be on your day 1 schedule here on the left side of the screen. We have 3 rounds for each of these teams to compete in, and we'll get a chance to watch 4 of the wars. René, it's going to be an absolute monster match between these top competitors.
Yeah, we do the usual setup. That means this time we stick with Kings. We start with INTZ versus Kings, then go over to Nova versus Kings. But in round 3, we see all the matches because that's where it counts. That's where everything comes down to the wire, who makes it to the playoffs. Enough talking, I would say, because I want to see some crazy attacks. So let's dive right into round 1 with the first team coming up. And that's a team that you know, they're from Brazil, and here are the Kings.
Bom, eu sou o Reide, sou o capitão do time Kings, aqui o Vitor Almeida, Franz, Silvio e o Lupe. Esse mês é o último mês, né, para a qualificatória para o Mundial e a gente preparou bastante. Bom, a gente sabendo que essa é a última chance, a gente fica um pouco nervoso, com certeza, porque é a última chance, né, do ano para conseguir a vaga para o Mundial, mas a gente trabalhou bastante esse lado e a gente vai tentar aí dar o nosso melhor e conseguir a classificação. Bom, eu acho que significaria algo que a gente está trabalhando bastante em busca, né? De poder colocar uma equipe no Mundial, né? Uma equipe brasileira, e eu acho que esse mês a gente vai conseguir.
They want to have one Brazilian team in the finals, and we start off with a local clash more or less on the way to that.
Kicking off with INTZ, we have Marinol, Catano, Salino, God, and Bernal.
Kings have brought Silvio, Loop, Franz, Heigi, and Vitor Almeida.
Both teams have been here before. They got the experience on the stage, so we don't need to run into, hey, it's different play style and everything, and it makes you so much more nervous. No, these guys are veterans by now, and they want to get that golden ticket. Round 1 is ready. So here it is, INTZ versus Kings.
This is the matchup between kind of two close families here, INTZ and Kings, both representing Brazil and have experience here in Poland, so I'm going to be excited to see what they both can do.
That's right, Carbon. These two teams are from the same clan family. INTZ and Kings have both been to the stage multiple times. INTZ, this is their 4th time here in Katowice, Poland. Kings have made this their 3rd trip to the big stage. But it's brother on brother, a total civil war within this clan family to find out who is going to take the first win in this war to start things off.
Yeah, Woody, we have INTZ kicking off. Catano coming in with the mass E-Drag, sees a potential vulnerability with the Town Hall on the top side, and we have the Eagle in the core, but dropping some balloons to help set this funnel. The Sweeper's going to push some of them back, but can he get this air defense? Be quite helpful. Pulls out a little bit of the CC, the Clan Castle. And there's some archers. Usually we might see a Lava Hound in the meta as well, Woody.
Fortunate start there for Caetano. Definitely tried to take out that left side air defense, but not able to finish it off just yet. Now remember, if this is your first time playing Clash of Clans or watching the online qualifier here, you have to get 50% overall damage to earn your first star. You have to destroy the Town Hall to earn another star. And then to get that 3rd star, you have to destroy 100% of the buildings. That's going to be the goal for our players today. The big blue building on the top left side, the Town Hall, is relatively unprotected in this base, Carbon. It's going to go down early and give Caetano that 1st star.
Yeah, pops the Grand Warden Eternal Tome over the Town Hall, protects some of the E-Dragons, has the King on the top over on the right there, and the Queen is actually going on the Expo. But Woody, I just saw that was the new Queen skin that he was using there, which you will be able to get in the next season, the Gold Pass. So it's kind of like the Autumn Queen. But he's going to try to have these E-Drags push his way through here. This multi-target Inferno is kind of hitting the E-Dragons, but one more freeze. If you can get some Chain Lightning, you get some nice value through here.
An august autumnal aura radiates from the Archer Queen. New skin going to be available soon in the game. Caetano from INTZ says that his job is to save the clan when they need it most. Well, it looks like they needed a strong attacker for this first base, and with an overall damage now surpassing 85%, this is looking like it's very likely to be a potential 3-star strike to start things off. The bomb tower unable to defend against flying targets, and those Electro Dragons still pack a punch. Plenty of time left in this raid, CarbonFin, and it's looking like we are starting off with a blockbuster 3-star strike for Caetano.
Wow, Caetano coming in and kicking off this war, kicking off this stream with a 3-star. What a way to go. Coming off hot from their performance last month. They want to actually start with that triple. Beautiful job using these E-Dragons, which we don't see too much. So when we do see them, they know exactly what to do at this high level.
That's right, Carbon. Take a look at the early stab here with the Electro Dragons. You really need to deal a ton of damage early on. These are big, slow flying creatures, so they really make great use of that Rage spell and Freeze to shut down those key targets like the Eagle Artillery. Any air sweepers or air defenses on the backside definitely need to be immobilized in order to get maximum value there. We're going back to the King side of the map where Heigi will get the first chance to attack, the captain of Team Kings.
Ooh, Heigi is coming in with a Queen Charge Hog attack, 27 Hog Riders. Town Hall is on the bottom side, exposed, not behind any walls, but there's a lot of gap down there, meaning it could be exposed with a lot of traps, so you might expect it. Dropping some archers on the top side and around the space to help either grab some funneling and some percentage. Queen's going to get dropped. Nice Coco Loon down in the corner to protect, pull any potential seeking air mines. And here come the healers. This Queen is going to be interesting to see where she's going to go. Doesn't have a jump. He does have 8 wall breakers. Going to drop the first near this multi. Nice. Pulling that bomb right there, freezes it, but he's going to try to get this multi-target in front of him.
That's going to be the first wall penetrated. The second wall takes a few shots, but the wall breaker's not able to crack through it. Still, the Archer Queen is able to make it onto the multi-target Inferno, take that down as well as that outside air defense. It's the ground targeting defenses that Hege's really worried about, though. 27 Hog Riders in this army composition. That's going to be a heavy hammer being brought down on these defenses. The Hog Riders do target defensive buildings only, so that means that Hege needs a lot of cleanup troops to help take out the unprotected buildings along the outside of the base. You can see those archers already starting to work away at them, but the key focus right now is on that Archer Queen raged up. Those healers are going to be able to top her nicely back off. We're going to see an early use of that Royal Cloak ability. Makes the Archer Queen invincible and increases her damage output for a short period of time there. She'll lock onto the Town Hall and earn the first star for the King.
Wow, the Queen ended up walking outside the base and did not continue in. That was very surprising, but at least he'll take the Town Hall down, and they can start the Hogs over actually the bottom side. Let's get this Grand Warden down to help move with the Hog Riders. The Queen does not have the ability, so kind of tanking a little bit for the Expo, drops the heal over the multi-target Inferno, but a little late on the Grand Warden. He's going to be moving his way in, has one minor, but he's got only one more heal spell. Stone Slammer is on the top side. He's going to try to get this. It looks like a lot of the Hogs have just been going down in the core. The Queen at the bottom.
Party Warden was rocking out, but it looks like he is late to the party this time. Those Hog Riders not within his life aura around him. That boosts the hit points of all the troops that are nearby. Still, he's getting a bit of value here as the Hogs finally crash down onto this Eagle Artillery, shoot it out of the sky. Hege uses that Grand Warden's Eternal Tome ability to protect all the troops within that radius, but there's still a lot of splash damage structures on the backside of the space. Bomb towers, wizard towers, multi-targeting Infernos, burning up these Hogs, cooking that bacon, and it looks like Hege is not going to be able to claim the 3-star that he was looking for in this first war. Nevertheless, at 83% overall damage, that's really higher than an average typical attack. If we do wind up having these clans go down to a tiebreaker from stars, it's the overall damage percentage that will determine who comes out on top. So definitely want to destroy every building you possibly can.
Yeah, it comes down to percentage if everything is tied at the end with just about 2 seconds. There it is, 86% 2-star, still a solid start.
Both teams going into this hot. It seems like the Brazilian clash-off basically started well for both teams, but INTZ with a slight advantage and a 3-star to really show their strength.
Take a quick look at the replay now. You see those Hog Riders starting things off. Unfortunately, though, they take a big, giant bomb right as they hop their way into the base. That's going to force out an early heal spell from Hege. Good heads-up play from him, recognizing the need early on. But without the Grand Warden to protect those Hogs in the early stab, I think that they were just a little bit too little too late to make it to the backside of the base.
Yeah, the Grand Warden was a little bit late there, and he lost the push with the Hogs, but we have God of INTZ coming in. I know God loves to use the Hog Riders, and he uses them beautifully. Let's see if he does it here, but no, he decided to still go ground, but this time it's going to be the P.E.K.K.A. Smash with 8 balloons in this composition. We have the Town Hall that's towards the core, but on the outside of here, not too many walls protecting it. Dropping the Grand Warden, it looks like, but oh no, he pulls the Seeking Air Mine, gonna go fly over to the healer. Usually you just want that to go down and pull and hit the balloon, but you would love to see the healer stay alive, but maybe this Grand Warden can walk and jump the walls and go for that multi-target Inferno.
He's got pretty long range here. We don't see very many Warden walks, but they're becoming a little bit more popular now that his max level is at 40, can dish out a bit more damage than before. We have known God to really love those Queen charge hits, so it's pretty surprising that instead he's relying on the Grand Warden to get those early shots off. But with that longer range, he's able to reach that multi-target Inferno without any problem. And it looks like God's ready to start off the main phase of the attack. He struck his Barbarian King in the top corner and is spreading out those P.E.K.K.A.s along the top side as well to take out a few of those trash structures on the outside of the base before they can get to the juicy center, those defensive buildings. Now a cannon and archer tower going down. They've got their eyes on the prize there, that Town Hall. And remember, all these teams have got their eyes on the prize of getting a ticket to ESL 1 Hamburg. That's where the Clash of Clans World Championship will be held. You can buy your tickets now. Check the description for more details.
Oh, very nice use of the Grand Warden ability through the Town Hall. The Queen's going to help lure the rest of these bowlers in the core here. It's looking really good. Stone Slammer on the right side. Queen's going to slowly pick off these pups. The healers are actually in the core on the P.E.K.K.A.s, and then the bowlers as well. The King, everything is trying to push their way through, but he's getting a ton of value from the Stone Slammer. His air defense is not hitting it just yet. Now it finally does, and has a haste spell that's going to come out for potentially balloons out of this Stone Slammer. But if this Queen can get a ton of value with her Royal Cloak ability to take out the top section here, he might be able to still move around and get this base done.
Stone Slammer tracks outside of the base, not a very good move there for God. Unfortunately for him, it was heading out toward a mortar. You usually want those balloons nice and centered so they can drop those bombs as quickly as possible. Still, though, he's got a lot of firepower left. Those P.E.K.K.A.s along the outside of the base are going to be able to cruise on up the bottom left side, taking out all the structures that are there. He's got a little bit of cleanup as well from that wizard over on the right corner. So I still think that 3-star is possible, but there just seem to be too many buildings here. I don't know how this Queen's going to be able to get around all these walls. It looks like she's starting to get stuck, and with that, God is kind of laughing here. He's wishing he had just a little bit more time, but that does wind up being the #1 opponent of most attackers, doesn't it, Carmen?
Yeah, time is always an issue, especially if you're involving healers. But in terms of a P.E.K.K.A. smash, you typically start those earlier and you have a shot, but with 10 seconds remaining, a final defenses and some buildings left, he's going to get into the 90%, but he's not going to be able to pull in the 3-star, and that's going to finish off a 93% 2-star for God of INTZ.
An impressive strike following up from that 3-star hit from Caetano. INTZ are in a commanding lead right now in this very first war. They've said that they practiced, and it is certainly showing, taking that town hall with relative ease in the early stage of this raid. Sometimes you want to protect that town hall as best you can, especially if you're thinking that you can prevent your opponent from getting the 2-star. But the attackers at this level, Carmen, are so skilled, so experienced, it's almost impossible to prevent them from getting a 2-star. So oftentimes, the defenders will spread out those key defensive structures, the town hall being one of them. The Eagle Artillery and Archer Queen also tend to be a little bit further away, probably closer to the center of the base, as you see here with Caetano's setup.
Yeah, and this one we actually have 2 ground expos that's going to try to stop the charge into the core of this base. So he's got 2 air and 2 ground, but using this Grand Warden, just like we saw in God's attack, to try to jump a wall or reach over it, since this Grand Warden has such a huge range. And if he's going to walk left or right, he's going to start to move in towards this town hall. If he can get this value here, drops this rage, and this was only possible because of the updated heroes at level 40. The Warden has so much damage that he's able to do things like this, but if he drops these troops early enough, he might start to peel off and go with the main push of these P.E.K.K.A.s.
There's 5 P.E.K.K.A.s in this raid from Silvio. Typically you only see 3 or 4 in this big ground-based setup. He's only brought 8 bowlers to provide that backup splash damage on the other side. Eternal Tome ability from the Grand Warden seems a bit misplaced here. Not getting very much value at all. He didn't have those P.E.K.K.A.s protected, so Silvia's going to have a bit of a trouble starting off this raid. He does have jump spells to try to hop over those walls, but I'm a bit worried that they're going to take a ton of damage from this Giga Bomb from the Town Hall Tesla.
Oh no, these bowlers are going to die to this Giga Bomb. Oh no, he lost the handful, pretty much all of them except the one bowler. He wanted this Grand Warden to walk over and pick off that multi-target Inferno so that he can have the Grand Warden meet up and pop the Warden ability as everything jump through. But at this point, now he's looking to try to save the 2-star. He's got some minions up top here. With 1 haste left, the Eagle Artillery is hitting the minion. Oh no, he lost everything into that push, 40%. Oh, he knows it too, that this is going to be a potential 1 with that final minion going to be picked off. Oh no.
Silvio out of the frying pan and into the fire. Those Inferno Towers burning through his attack. Misused Grand Warden Eternal Tome ability to blame for that 1-star strike from the Kings.
Looked like pressure actually catch the Kings off guard here, but we also have a quick look into Group A, over to the match of Nova versus Golden X. Both teams currently on 8 stars.
Yeah. Oh, it
no,
just went
like
up
there's
right
an
there.
update coming in, 10 for Nova, but that's the other round 1 match that's currently going on in the background, just to keep you guys in check with everything that's happening here in the very last qualifier for the World Championship.
Yeah, the Grand Warden unfortunately popped his ability really early. He wanted to take that multi-target Inferno, And unfortunately, he couldn't take it, and the Warden peeled off to go to everything else, but he did not have his ability here to protect the bowlers, unfortunately, but ended up with a 1-star there.
All right, we'll go back to the INTZ side of the map. ShenZhou will be next up to attack. He said that his buddy from the clan family, Loop, who's on the other side of the arena right now, doesn't usually share photos in their clan family Discord chat, but now that he's finally in the arena, they've got a chance to meet him. So love the fact that Clash of Clans World Championship Qualifier has brought so many experienced players together and has been able to foster so many friendships, Carbon.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the beautiful thing about this game. Is you meet so many people that can become friends and lifelong friends, and you can communicate through so many different tools now. It's amazing. And usually things you do is you tend to provide each other kind of spotters and attacks, and that's what's going on here, to try to watch and make sure you get abilities and hit everything and get the correct spell usage. Now Seleno is going to be charging with kind of the mass hogs, 43 hog riders, going to send the Lava Hound balloon across the base so that he can potentially charge into this town hall and doesn't have to get slowed down by it. He's waiting, he's being patient. The queen's in the core. Let's see, this is one of the times where you don't want to go into an issue with time, because if you do, it becomes a time fail.
Yeah, we saw that in a couple of earlier matches this war. Seleno taking some notes out of God's notebook there just to make sure that doesn't happen. He is one of the 3-star experts from INTZ, having put up many 3-star hits in the past. In fact, INTZ was one of the few clans to come very close to a perfect war. They actually got 14 stars last month off the backs of guys like Seleno. Taking down that Town Hall nice and early leaves him free to focus on that destruction percentage, trying to reach 100% with a huge wave of hog riders moving into the bottom right side.
Oh man, you gotta get this heal down on these hogs right here because they're such low health. Drops the freeze, nice job. Pops the Grand Warden Eternal Tome. Beautiful job right there. Now the Skellies can take care of this queen. That freeze is perfect. He has 2 more heals. Let's get them through this topside multi. If he can keep these hogs healed, there's a ton of them left, Woody. If he can charge through, he's got the cleanup down. 1 heal in the bag.
Pulls a tornado trap near the top side, but doesn't have many hog riders in it. They've hammered through the last remaining multi-target Infernos. There's only a few splash damage defenses left, but I think Seleno's got him easily taken care of. That Stone Slammer dropping left and right. The Big Mama Jamma has prevented anything from stopping these hog riders, and just as soon as the last defense go down, Seleno pops the Stone Slammer, drops those hog riders out, and the cleanup has got 37 seconds left. Plenty of time to finish off the remaining 12% of these buildings. It's another 3-star strike from INTZ.
Beautiful job right here with plenty of time remaining. These hogs are going to get it done. Right there is their second 3-star for INTZ. Their first was on a Mass Edrex, and this was on the Mass Hog Riders.
Very impressive follow-up. That is how you do it. 8 stars now for INTZ off their first 3 attacks. Might be one of the strongest we've seen to start off a war here at the Clash of Clans World Championship. Bodes very well for their playoff chances today, Carbon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to give him a really great chance to be advancing to the next stage. But now we have Loop, which is one of the main base builders on the team. And he is going to come in and see if he can provide the attack and try to get the 3 stars. Coming in with the Queen Charge Hogs and 5 wall breakers.
Queen Charge is a very popular strategy here in the arena today. Works very well by leveraging that really high damage output in long range from the Archer Queen. Up at level 65 now, she can deal out a ton of damage. And she's got quite a few hit points too, backed up with those healers that you can rage whenever needed to top her off. She has worked very well in helping out with the funneling early on. That's one of the key strategies that you see a lot of these top players use. They'll take out some buildings along one side of the map just to make sure that the brunt of their force is able to focus on the key targets toward the middle, those Eagle Artilleries, Town Halls, and Inferno Towers that you really need to take down.
Yeah. Oh, the Sinking Air Mine is going to fly over to the healers at the bottom side. Keeps the Queen in the rage right here. The double ground expo going to absolutely kind of try to shred through this Queen here, but the poison's going to help take out these pups. The 1 minions can provide some nice picking off the pups right there. King on the outside. Oh, he's going to wait till this Town Hall does go down. Only has 4 more wall breakers. Queen should make some nice work up here. Here comes the walls. Let's see if he dropped the rage. He had to pop the Queen ability. Oh, that was so close right there. If he can get in time, the Queen can charge in.
Yeah, I was a bit worried that she was going to go down, but Luke had his eyes on the prize, managed to keep her up, and she'll fire away at that Eagle Artillery. Defensive Queen not engaging just yet, and that's going to be good news for Loop. The Kings really need to get a 3-star here to keep pace with INTZ and the other teams in this clan war today. Fires away at the enemy Archer Queen, but she is going to lose that battle. The defensive Queen is now going to start shooting at these poor Hog Riders. They are not going to be able to target onto her, and there's no skeleton spells in Loop's arsenal here. I think that enemy Archer Queen threw him for a loop this time, Carbon.
Yeah, the enemy Archer Queen is now picking everything off. He wasn't able to take the Queen down. Oh, that was so unfortunate there. Now he's just going to try to get percentage at this point with the Hogs moving up and around. Does have the one minor, but oh man, now he's at just passing into the 70% range. The balloon is going to try to pick off this Archer Tower. Oh, the Miner and the Goblin help take that down, just passing 75%. But unfortunately, with that Queen not going down in the core, just picking off the Hogs as they all move around, it's not going to get this one.
As terrifying as she is on offense, she does just as much damage on defense. And if you don't have a rock-steady plan to take out the enemy Archer Queen, any attack that relies on troops that target onto buildings, be they Hog Riders or balloons, they're going to have a lot of trouble facing off against an Archer Queen. That is the key defensive advantage that gave Marnell the win.
Halfway through our first war, it seems like INTZ is shutting down Kings already. Can they have a comeback here? That will be a tough last 2 attacks for them. But hey, it's not over until it's over.
Yeah, it definitely is not over just yet. They're still going to try. Remember, it doesn't cut. You don't have to win these wars. We've seen it before where last month Nova lost all of their wars and they still made it to the playoffs because they got more stars than the opponents overall. Now Bernal is going to be coming in for INTZ to try to add another triple, to try to get 3 triples for INTZ here.
That's a real good point, Carbon, and you know, it speaks to the different strategies that some of these clans bring. Some clans will focus on just one opponent and do their very best to try to figure out how to get those 3-star strikes. Other clans will focus more broadly overall, looking to try to grab a 3-star here and there and not really focusing so much on trying to win individual wars. It is the total number of stars that you accumulate from your 3 wars that determines whether you move on. So the strategy worked well for Nova last time, and with their performance this time, it could be working well again. But INTZ in the clear lead right now with 8 stars to the Kings' 5 in the first 3 attacks. Let's see if they can keep up the pressure in hit number 4 from Bernal.
Bernal is going to be coming in with the Queen charge, or Queen walk Lala. He's going to keep the Queen potentially on the outside of this base. Not going to really charge in. Doesn't have any wall breakers or a jump spell. But using this balloon to nicely try to test for any seeking air mine. Oh, he does pull one, and it takes the balloon out. Beautiful job right there. There's a tornado trap. And he's going to get locked up onto this Lava Hound and some of the archers. He's going to have to drop a poison, but the Queen's getting pushed around by that tornado trap. Drops the rage. But now the healers are not only in range of the Town Hall, but also the air defense. Beautiful use of the freeze.
Yeah, great freeze usage there, but he's been able to pull in those healers and the Archer Queen a lot closer than he expected. That's going to be a lot of damage dished out on those healers and force a lot of spell usage from Bernal there. Really heads up play to make sure that he's able to keep those healers topped off, though, and out of range of the air defense wherever possible. They're going to start to get some fire from that Inferno Tower, and just as soon as they get burnt up, that Queen's going to be out of luck. She's got a few more shots left in her, though, but she's taking a ton of damage from the right side. But what's going on over here on the left? That's the big question, Carbon.
Yeah, he popped that Grand Warden Internal Tome pretty early, which also protected the Lava Hound, so was able to help tanking even longer into the space. Drops the Rage over the core, lost the Queen on the top side, unfortunately. He did have to pop that ability. There is one ground expo in the core, but he's pathing right around that Eagle Artillery, and he's shaking his head here, looking at it. He sends some 2 backup balloons to try to go for the Eagle to help take it down, because he can still have the minions around to grab percentage and try to clean up as much as possible. I don't know if he's going to have enough balloons here. No more spells. He's got the 1 multi-target Inferno on the Wizard Tower, and it looks like this multi-target Inferno is going to start and pick everything off here. He's got 1 more minion to help try to grab as much percentage as possible.
It's a pretty high percentage at above looking like 84, 85% now. Still have a Grand Warden screaming through the center of this base, trying to take a few more shots, but 85 is what he'll wind up with here. Another 2-star hit from Bernal.
85% 2-star is still a really solid attack. We've seen it previous months before where we're thinking 75 is around the average. Now we're thinking it's definitely into the 80s because of the upgraded heroes and troops that we've seen. And that spell, that raid spell also went up to level 6, which helps so much, especially with some queen charges. He gets those healers to push you through the base, just like Bernal did in this attack.
You saw that crucial moment there where the Archer Queen engaged the enemy clan castle and the town hall and an Inferno Tower and an air defense firing away at her healers. Really had some heads-up play there from Bernal to freeze, stun, rage up that queen to make sure that she could get that target finished off nice and fast. We're going back to Franz now, though. The elder from the Kings, a 42-year-old man. He said he's going to take his family on a trip if he wins a big prize from the Clash of Clans World Championship. He's a master attack strategist and says that he loves aerial strikes, primary balloons, but he's brought dragons this time, the first we've seen today, Carbon.
Yeah, dragons coming in here using the bat spells as well, which we're going to be doing the drag bat, but Woody, he failed the wall break. He had one of those scenarios where the wall breakers went to 2 different wall segments and they couldn't open it up. So now I'm going to be interested to see how he's going to adjust this on the fly. He wanted that queen to potentially step up and grab that multi-target Inferno and get a ton of value, but he can't do that at this point. Now the queen might even just walk up and grab the edge.
Yeah, he still sent that queen toward the top left side, even though he missed out on the wall break. I guess he figured he could get a few of those buildings there, but just barely gets the usage of that Royal Cloak ability at the very last second. Takes out a lot of those defensive structures, but with that multi-target Inferno standing, it's going to deal a ton of damage to these dragons. Yeah,
he's got a sweeper that's pointing over the town hall, and the multi's on the backside, so he's going to have to at least be able to secure this town hall. Here comes the dragons. Still has the Stone Slammer, which he can drop just in case. Look at this nice choice of the dragons because there's actually 2-round expos. Let's see if he drops the bats over on the left side and they can walk around, or even on the bottom. We got 2 air defenses that are right next to one another. Got to be patient here. Still has the Grand War Internal Tome. There's the Ice Golem at the bottom side to try to distract that Wiz Tower. Let's see if he's going towards this Town Hall. 2 more freezes and 6 bats. There's the bats on the bottom side.
Loses that Grand Warden's Eternal Tome ability, and with that, I'm worried about this Town Hall standing up. He's got a dragon over there breathing fire on it, but if he doesn't get any more dragons to loop back over, he might be in the same position that Silvio found himself first attack that he showed us with only a 1-star strike. I don't know how he's going to be able to finish things off over there on the top right. He's got the Stone Slammer. Will that be enough?
Yeah, the Stone Slammer's flying in. I wonder if there's going to be a tornado trap that's going to slow this Stone Slammer down. I don't know what's going to be in it. Maybe even a sneaky air might pick it off. There is the tornado trap spinning it around. Are we going to have balloons? But okay, it's not too much health left for the Town Hall. He needs to get in some of the death to take it. And there secures the 2-star just barely. I mean, that was super close. I don't know if he got all the value he wanted, but that multi-target Inferno staying up because the queen didn't grab it was huge because he picked off so many of those bats as he dropped them.
Franz breathes a sigh of relief as he earns the 68% 2-star in this last hit.
INTZ in full control, but not only on their war, but also basically of Group A, because we will have a quick update. What happened in round 1, Nova and Golden X, both on 10 stars. Nova won by a percentage, but with that, it means INTZ will definitely come out on top of round 1. So this war really pays off big for them.
That's right. Those other clans have all used 5 attacks, but INTZ has 10 stars on only 4 attacks so far, giving them the chance to put another 2, possibly 3 up on the board and earn a commanding lead. Take one more quick look at the replay from France's last hit there. The Dragons started off really bunched up close together, but had a pretty nice spread toward the end there. Nice support from those bat spells, but had a little bit of a shaky performance taking down that Town Hall. Managed to get the job done with the Stone Slammer, but it's now time for the leader of INTZ to come in for the cleanup. He said that he wants to use the prize money to invest in his clan, build them up to be even bigger and better. A YouTuber in his own right, he's here to represent Brazil and finally get INTZ a ticket to the World Championship.
Oh, Marinal's going to try to continue his streak from the last qualifier and continue to get those 3 stars that we've seen him get so many times. And now we see the Town Hall that's exposed on the outside with the Ground Expo that's kind of protecting it. And if he's going to be able to try to Sui the Queen to grab this Town Hall, he's going to come in with the Lalo, 3 Lava Hounds. The Sui Lalo is one of his favorite attacks, but I know Marinol can pretty much do any attack that is in this game.
That's right. He is a balloon expert, and that's what he's brought with this setup. He said that Lalo is actually his superpower, and, well, it's his 4th time here in Katowice for the Clash of Clans World Championship qualifier. He is one of the best performing members of the INTZ clan family, and it has to be mentioned once again, not only did INTZ qualify through the ESL Play online tournament, but they're also the #2 ranked global clan. That's how they managed to get 2 teams entered into this qualifier. Really gotta say hats off to Marinol for making that happen.
Absolutely, helping his clan not only in the ESL but also in the clan war leagues. And now he's gonna try to help his clan to get this 3-star. He's got a ton of balloons moving through this core. I can't even see if this queen. Where is the queen? The Skellies just took her out. Has a ton of balloons moving through this core. 1 more freeze and a haste. If he can get these balloons grouping up and move through over the space here, he's got some balloons on the top side gonna get picked off slowly. Drops the poison on the bottom with the air Skellies. I think he wanted to get a lot more value from that Stone Slammer. Didn't expect maybe a Tesla farm up there, which slowed that Slammer down and the balloons quite a bit.
Yeah, that was a ton of damage output from Marinol here, though. So many balloons soaring through this base, but just not enough coverage from those Lava Hounds to keep them alive. You see a perfectly timed Grease Bell there from Marinol, just giving this Grand Warden another shot at trying to finish off the remnants of this base, but the Tesla farm on the outside over there might just be enough to stop what remains of this attack. Zapping down the Grand Warden now, and they'll soon engage these balloons. It was a really, really close strike, probably the closest to being a 3-star hit that we've seen today, but I don't think that's in the cards here, Carbon.
Oh, so close. The final Tesla is going to be the one thing that's going to be able to target and take down those minions, and he's got some minions and archers on the bottom to the right there with trying to grab as much percentage, all those buildings. I mean, he could pretty much grab all that if he had the time, but he's just approaching 30 seconds. You know, really solid first attack here. And I mean, we did get 2 triples from INTZ so far, and that is looking good, and to put them in the first overall spot in Group A.
That's right, Carbon. As opposed to the single elimination playoffs that we'll see on Sunday, this group stage is more of a marathon than a sprint. You have to perform really well in all 3 wars, trying to put up as many of those 3-stars as possible, but just 1 2-star hit here and there isn't gonna be any problem, especially for a strong clan like INTZ, now at the top of Group A with 12 stars total.
Yeah, 12 stars to kick off the first war for them is a great position, definitely where you want to be. But in this one, you see the balloons on the top side, unfortunately kind of split, and that Tassel farm absolutely wrecked and slowed the balloons down. If he didn't have the Tassel farm there, he would have had the Stone Slammer to easily move through the whole top side and grab it, but hey, it was still a good solid defense. It was close, but I mean, gotta try to get those 3s or even the high percent 2s.
Last attacker for the Kings, trying to clean up for his clan and get his team back in the running, is Vitor Almeida, a balloon expert, and he's brought a few of them this time, but it's primarily going to be a miner raid. Miners are able to burrow underneath those walls, and it's especially helpful as soon as that Giga Bomb from the Town Hall goes off. They can duck underneath and avoid a ton of damage from it. It's going to start off with some funneling along the right side of the base there. You see an Ice Golem, the newer troop in Clash of Clans, able to soak quite a bit of damage, and when it goes down, it freezes all of the enemy defenses within the area. As you can see, they're stopping that Tesla and that cannon up on top. Should get a few more shots up with this archer queen, but it looks like she's not tracking toward the Town Hall just yet. Yeah,
she won't be able to reach the Town Hall because of the decorations that are kind of protecting it, but drops the jump. Now the queen can actually try, actually just on the outside right there, not going in it. That jump is going to let the queen go into the core and then to that multi-target Inferno. So that jump is helping out quite a bit. Now the queen's going to grab the multi with a few shots. She's stuck in the tornado trap. Is she going to be able to take it down just in time? The Lava Hound. No, the Lava Hound comes over. Is going to slow the queen down. Not going to be able to grab that multi, unfortunately. He's going to let that Lava Hound stay alive. And now he's just got miners to come in, try to help get the rest of the space.
That's right, Carmen. He's going to try to counterfeit this Lava Hound. He doesn't really have to worry about it too much since it doesn't deal very much damage. It is a little annoying that your miners have to soak some more hits from it, but I think at the end of the day, he'd be happier to have gotten that multi-target Inferno down. Nevertheless, Vitor Almeida using that wall wrecker on the bottom corner of the base to give some coverage for this King as it starts to charge through in this base. That Eagle Artillery is tough to get to, man. It's like 3 layers in. It is walls deep, but that wall wrecker is doing its best to bust through and find a way at it. That Archer Queen right next to it is another really key defense that Vitor has to finish off early if he wants these miners to have a chance. There she goes, finishes off the Archer Queen, and because she was standing right next to the Eagle Artillery, they'll be the very next target. Take it down, but only 1 heal spell left, Carbon.
Oh no, the Grand Warden targeted the Lava Hound. I hate when that happens, and he pops it. Now you have to deal with all the pups that are gonna hit these miners. I mean, I haven't seen a Sui miner in a very long time because he didn't have any healers.
Finally, that's still a very long day.
Congratulations to INTZ with 12 stars from their first war. They're at the top of Group A. Their opponents and clan family members, the Kings, at the bottom with just a 9-star start to this war today. The playoffs are only 2 days away, but all the stars still on the line with 2 wars left for all the clans here, Carbon.
Yeah, it's going to come down to these wars here. And, I mean, getting 12 stars puts you in a really good position for INTZ. It's a really nice job that they came in with that first war to get that edge, and it puts them in first place overall with the 12 stars. We're taking a look at the replay, which we saw pop that Grand Warden Eternal Tome. The Queen did get taken out by the miners, but he wasn't able to get through the rest of the base.
That's right, Carbon. A bit of a difficult start here for the Kings, but INTZ reigns supreme. These 2 clans fighting tooth and nail to earn as many stars as possible, and you saw these Brazilian barbarians duke it out here on the stage, but we've got 3 more wars to watch here in the studio. The Kings are going to be back another couple times, but why don't we go ahead and get some info straight from the leader of this clan family himself.
Yeah, thanks, Woody. I'm over here back at the couch with Marinol, the leader of INTZ, just coming off a great win here to start off day number 1 of the August qualifier. I have to ask, Marinol, you guys coming back here the 5th time, how does it feel? Does it add pressure? Is it just experience for you guys, or you're just enjoying being in Katowice again?
Então, pessoal, como vocês estão aqui, como a gente sabe, pela 4ª vez, não é a 5ª, né? 4ª. Então vocês estão se sentindo estressados, estão felizes, estão se divertindo? Como é que está sendo depois dessa vitória?
Não, esse mês a gente está bem focado, é a nossa última possibilidade de se qualificar, então a gente tá indo com tudo para tentar essa última vaga.
This month we are very calm, we have focused on winning, so that's what we want to do here.
You guys are not just calm, you're basically ice cool. I mean, you started off with the triple into your very first match here. It seems like from there on, it's like there was another triple, it was just autopilot for you guys. Did you got into the groove that early so you could just steamroll it?
Então vocês conseguiram entrar no clima do jogo assim tão rapidamente, porque no começo da partida vocês ganharam 3 estrelas, depois conseguiram outro 3 estrelas, pareceu que foi tudo no piloto automático. Como é que conseguiram esse resultado?
Pois é, aquele primeiro ataque de 100% do Caetano deixou a gente um pouco mais tranquilo. Aí depois veio mais um outro ataque de 100%. Infelizmente não conseguimos manter a sequência no final, mas eu acredito que 12 estrelas foi um bom resultado.
Actually, the first triple made us a little bit calmer. Then the second triple came in. Actually, we are sorry we couldn't repeat the same result like in the next 3 attacks. But 12 stars by the end of a match is a very good result.
It is a very good one, and you're actually leading Group A, so it looks good for you. Thanks, Marinol, for taking the time, and they have been in control of their entire match. You know who's in control of an entire telestrator? It's actually Judo. What do you have for us this time?
Well, they started off exactly how we wanted them to and how we expected. 12 stars, and this is the second one, which really secured that momentum moving forward. I want you to take note of the hero dive method here, aiming to take out this entire top section. The Barbarian King comes in along with a couple of Hog Riders to help take out the defenses, and the King is able to come around and do a quick King swap. That is using the offensive King to take out the opponent's defensive King. very successfully there and allows pathing later on for the Archer Queen to then come in for the Town Hall. Now notice the patience of the attacker here. Pulls the Lava Hound right the way to the other side of the map. This takes time, but it would also take time for the Archer Queen to take that out. Once the Lava Hound is right across that area, the Queen can directly target the Town Hall here. And again, think about that pathing we first mentioned. Once the Town Hall is down, all of the defenses at the top are down here as well, and provides brilliant access for the Hog Riders into the base. So let's reset a little bit here and move on to the Hog Rider deployment, because the hero dive method is coming to an end and we can move on to the second stage. Look at the beautiful pathing at this side, and we're also going to try exactly the same at the other. Hog Riders can come straight into the base and splash damage is the main threat. Wizard Tower, Multi-Inferno, lots of dangerous defenses on this initial part, so that is why 2 heal spells are used. Into the center here, there's a lot going on, but the Rage spell combined with the Skeleton spell takes out the Queen, and using the Grand Warden's ability is very sensible in this place because the Hog Riders quickly move out of the heal spell, so the Grand Warden's ability is much better in this situation. Following up with the Slammer over to this side and the heal spells at the back area for them remaining splash damages. It was an overwhelming attack, an overwhelming victory, and I'm very much looking forward to the next matchup. So let's hand you back across to the guys at the desk.
Thanks, Judo. We're all looking forward to that because it will even get better every single attack. I'm absolutely sure about that. Round 1 is finished, and we know that I'm a bit quick here. The INTZ is leading. Nova and Golden X both at the same star level. Means Kings really have to come back early now to ensure that they're still in the run for the playoffs, it seems.
Yeah, they're 1 star back now at 9 overall. But we're taking a look at INTZ leading the charge at 12, then the 2 Nova and Golden both at 10.
They've got 10 more attacks.
我们是 NOVA 毛豆，我是 Terry， 这位是我们队长 Wei， 这位是柚子皮，然后这位是 Juan， LP。为了参加这次的比赛，我们首先对于阵型我们做了很多的测试以及调整，然后还有在打法上我们有一些创新，然后请大家期待。因为这是最后一次的预选赛，我们也非常有压力。一方面呢是对手非常强，另一方面呢也是我们自己最后一次机会。如果我们赢得这次比赛，首先对我们是一种肯定，因为我们前2个月的尝试都失败了，但是我们也是在不断的进步，不断的成长。那么如果这次能获得胜利，我相信对我们自己也是一种肯定。我觉得之前的比赛给我们最大的体验就是我们需要放松，然后把我们自己最好的实力发挥出来就可以了。
They keep improving, they're building up their strength, but will it be enough? That's the big question.
Take a look at Nova's lineup. We have Juan, Wei, Thierry, UZP, and LP.
Kings have returned with Silvio, Loop, Franz, Heigi, and Vitor Almeida.
Kings might ran into that big loss against INTZ, but they're just trailing Nova by 1 star. So there's not a huge gap yet, just in round 2 as we enter it, but we'll see after round 2. So here we go. It is Kings versus Nova.
Nova coming back here on the main stage. I mean, in the last qualifier, they didn't actually win any of the wars, and they were still able to move on to the playoffs, but they did win the last one. But it was only still a 10-10 tie on stars, and they won on percentage, and that is the tiebreaker. But you're going to try to get the first triple for both of these teams.
That's right, Carbon. Nova works hard to get a 3-star anywhere they possibly can. They're not concerned about winning any individual war. They're winning the race overall. Nova is the #1 global clan on the in-game clan war leaderboards, and the Kings, as members of the INTZ clan family, are the #2 global ranked clan on the in-game clan war leaderboards. The top 2 duking it out for your pleasure and satisfaction. Are you not entertained? Check out these big bad bases and the even burlier armies to bust them down.
Oh, and the number 1 versus the number 2. You couldn't ask for anything better. Coming in with a little bit of the P.E.K.K.A. smash, using the queen to walk all the way down to grab a ton of value on Wei's base. Pulls out some archers, and the Lava Hound's going to slow the queen up a little bit. But he's going to be able to get through this Lava Hound pretty quickly, and then he's going to be able to try to charge in with the P.E.K.K.A.s and the bowlers.
Holds onto that poison spell just until the Lava Hound is ready to pop, just to make sure those pups are going to take some damage from the poison. Need a lot of extra help to keep those healers healthy on the back end. You see that minion being deployed by Vitor Almeida, a common strategy against those Lava Hound CCs. Meanwhile, Barbarian King along the bottom side of the map, supported by a wall wrecker. We just saw him attack with a 2-star 65%. He's going to try to improve upon that with an early strike at the Town Hall. Won't have to worry about that key target as he focuses on the next part of this raid. That Eagle Artillery on the top right and the Archer Queen in the middle are going to be the 2 targets he wants to focus on next, Carbon.
Yeah, he's charging in here, gets a ton of value. Uses his Grand Warden ability right over the core. The Eagle is still firing some shots. It's over on the right side. It's not centralized in the core of the base, so it's a little awkward positioning, and it doesn't look like he's going to move over to the Eagle Artillery, so it's going to keep firing on these troops as they move around. He has the balloons that are moving as well, has them on the outside, 2 more hogs, but this Eagle Artillery staying up in the raid's going to hurt so much. He's going to have to get fired upon so much as he's moving through, and he's going to try to, at this point, get percentage, because that's going to be tough to get through, Woody.
Vitor Almeida is a glazer by profession, and he has absolutely glassed the bottom side of this base, but still lots of defenses from Wei's firing away. He said that this attempt to make it to the World Championship is an all-or-nothing strike, the very last chance, and they've built the best bases that they possibly can to withstand these heavy attacks. Vitor Almeida starting to run low on time now with only just about 30 seconds left in this battle. He's gotten fantastic value from those heroes, pummeling the defenses along the bottom side, now looping around to the top left. But can they withstand this multi-target Inferno? That Eagle Artillery has just been punishing them for this entire raid and not able to take it out. That might be the key factor in just the 2-star hit from Vitor.
Yeah, that Eagle Artillery just still firing down, has the P.E.K.K.A.s up. Down goes this Grand Warden altar. He's got 2 seconds and he's going to run out of time, but I still think the Archer Tower Tussa would have been able to pick him off there. Still a really good shot to start this war off at 93% 2-star.
Yeah, an impressive beginning now for the Kings. Their highest percentage in the previous war was 86%, so Vitor Almeida improving even on the best that they did the first time might mean that they have focused their firepower here on Nova, coming very close to starting off with a 3-star strike against Wei to start things off.
Yeah, now we're taking a look at Nova, going to be trying to answer the call and get their first 3-star of the competition here for the August qualifiers. UZP is going to be coming in. Be interested to see what he decides to go with. And this is going to be a good... Oh, looks like Asui Alalo has the 1 Earthquake, and he's going to maybe want to use this as he flies over this Town Hall to help the balloons target it, because normally balloons don't target a Town Hall 12 until it's activated.
That's right. Well, we asked UZP what the key secret to his strength was, and he said, hey, he's just lucky. A very modest, humble fellow, but we know that it takes a lot more preparation and planning to pull off the sort of attacks that he's done in the past, and will try to again now against Franz of the Kings. He's brought 29 balloons and 2 Lava Hounds, a really popular army composition for Nova. They love playing with balloons, and it's worked very well for them in the past. Why not keep working at it? He said he's got some very hardworking clanmates who help boost him up to the level where he needs to be to compete on the global stage. Let's see how this goes, Carbon.
Yeah, he was able to take out a ton of value, grab the air defense, the multi-target Inferno there. So now he's going to try to fly around, but the sweeper is actually pointing over this Town Hall, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain to get through. Drops the Stone Slammer to help set the funnel. Now he's going to have to get through some air skellies, and look at that red air bomb just flying across the screen. Pulls the Seeking Air Mine. Here comes the Grand Warden. Tornado Trap going to spin him around. He can get through here. He still hasn't activated this Town Hall. Drops the Earthquake now. Gets the freeze down. Beautiful job. Doesn't grab the sweeper there. Just barely misses a Warden ability. Oh, I don't know. He popped it just in time, and he also clipped the dragon that came out of his clan castle.
Wow, a little bit sloppy with that free spell, but perfect timing on the Grand Warden Eternal Tome, protecting all of these balloons as they now crash down through the base. A defensive Lava Hound from the enemy CC, not getting much value as it tries its best to fend off these attackers, but they are just pummeling away at these defenses. A multi-target Inferno remains at the bottom, as well as 2 Wizard Towers to cause some trouble for these balloons. They don't have their Grand Warden anymore, and it looks like that is going to be the end of the attack from UZP. He's got a lot of cleaned up troops around the outside of this base, so these unprotected structures will go down without a fight, but 3 stars is going to be out of reach for UZP.
Yeah, he drops the Baby Dragon to try to grab some more percentage. Surprised he didn't drop the Baby Dragon on the Archer Tower, which is the point defense and does a lot more damage than the Wizard Tower. But he still does take the building down. Now he's got the minions that are now flying around here, going to try to get into the high 80s, but the previous attack from Victor of Kings was a 2-star 93%, so he's not going to be there, but it's going to be close here, but still just 2 stars.
Poor Barbarian King from France just having to take a few shots from these pups and minions as they cruise their way along the left side of the base. Hey, it's good news for France, though. It means that those pups are not attacking a building. You don't get any additional overall damage from hitting away at a Barbarian King, and so it looks like either 86, maybe 87% will be the final number here for UZP's attack.
Yeah, just finishes right there with a 2-star. Still a solid attack from Nova.
Yeah, both teams starting with 2 stars. The advantage is on the side of Kings. Obviously, they're a bit more warmed up already. Let's see if Nova can catch up to that on the second.
Yeah, Nova did compete backstage, so, I mean, they do have the experience being on stage here from the last qualifiers, but it's still nerves getting here for the first time this month, so you want to see how they're doing. They're kind of getting ready. Maybe we might start to see some 3 stars come in after that, but we have Kings ready to go in and try to answer.
Take a look now back on stage as Silvio prepares his second attack. He got a 1-star 43% in his first hit, so he really is looking to prove to his teammates why he's here, that he's got the strength to attack these really strong bases. I think that we are going to see an attack starting off from the bottom here, just to provide a little bit of funneling from this Barbarian King. Interesting use of free spell there to enable those wall breakers to crack into the outer layer of defenses to be able to take out 1 additional air defense there, as Silvio will continue along the right side of the map now with this king.
Yeah, the Queen was able to grab that multi-target Inferno, take out the the cannon, and the defense is down, including this Wizard Tower. But keep in mind, guys, that they are competing to try to make it to ESL 1 in Hamburg, which if you guys want to attend, you are more than welcome to. Tickets are available now for the World Finals to see the best 8 teams compete. Oh, that is going to be exciting. I cannot wait for that week.
The biggest, best live Clash of Clans event in world history is on the horizon. Make sure to attend ESL 1 Hamburg if you want to get a piece of the action. But taking a look back at Silvio's attack now, he's crashing down onto the Town Hall, uses that Eternal Tome ability to protect the balloons that are cruising over the center of the base. They finish off the Eagle Artillery without any difficulty and are wiping out the air defenses left and right. Still have 1 on the top side of the map that Lava Hound has finally made his way over toward. A tornado trap dragging in a lot of balloons at a really inopportune moment here, but Silvio has now passed the 2-star threshold, improving on his previous hit and getting awfully close to the 3-star hit. Can he do it, Carbon?
Woody still, okay, he drops the heal. I was about to say he still has that heal spell. Nice use of the heal there. Finds those 2 red air bombs, which deal splash damage. And he drops that poison spell for the air skelly, so that should help a lot. 1 more free spell. He's got this E-Dragon. I don't know how much health it has up top, so they have to actually move all the way around the space. If he can have these balloons take out this Wizard Tower and the Expo, this could potentially be able to get this down. They do target to the Wizard Tower. This is going to be close, Woody.
Man, it's all going to come down to the wire. These balloons doing their best to finish off the remaining defenses, but Wizard Tower's firing away at them. Grand Warden should be just enough damage to be able to finish off the remaining defenses, and gotta keep them distracted. There's a lot of pups and minions swarming in. They finish off the Wizard Tower. The pups are going to move over onto the Archer Queen pedestal now. 30 seconds left and only 2 buildings left to finish off. Silvio with a 1-star in his first attack has an absolute turnaround in his second. A 3-star strike for the Kings.
What a beautiful job goes from the 1 to the triple. You know there was so much pressure on his next attack. He did not want to get another 1-star, but what a way to answer the call right there for your team. They definitely needed that to bring them back to this 2-star average overall. Now they're looking to get more and not stop.
A walloping whack against LP, the #1 defender from Nova. Silvio has kept his clan in contention for playoffs. Terry's going to get a chance to respond though now. Alalo, who says that his teammates are geniuses for helping him get this far. He's really learned a lot about strategy from the game and wants to use that wisdom he's accumulated to get to the World Finals, where if he wins, he said he's going to use his prize money to buy new iPads. I don't think he's heard, though, that they're going to get golden ticket iPads if they just win the qualifier here today.
Yeah, if you win, you do get handed those iPads, so, and they actually have the Clash logo kind of engraved on the back. They look beautiful. They're handed to the winners at the very end, but he's going to try to get his clan, his team, to that position through these wars here. Coming in with a little bit of a, it's like Sui, but it has an Electron, or more setting the E-Dragons in to kind of charge through. He has the 2 E-Dragons, potentially another E-Dragon in the Stone Slammer. Gonna clone it up, take out the Queen, but he needs this Eagle Artillery taken down in the core. And it looks like some archers come out. There could potentially be a Lava Hound, so if that doesn't come out, that's beautiful.
Terry is a 21-year-old college student. He is from China, just like the rest of the members of his NOVA毛豆clan family. With this early strike, the Electro Dragons have done their job, targeting now onto that Eagle Artillery to finish off that key target. He's actually even going to get that Town Hall activated a little bit early, thanks to some of the splash damage coming in from the Electro Dragon. Electron is an extremely strong attack strategy, but it uses up most of its spell capacity early on. Terry now only has 2 free spells and 2 haste spells to help out the rest of his push, Carbon.
Yeah, he decided not to use that Earthquake, which would have helped damage the Town Hall, been able to let the balloons get through a little bit quicker. He wants to use his Earthquake on the backside, freezes, but misses the multi-target Inferno, unfortunately. And let's see, he's got 1 more haste in the bag, 2 more balloons. He's going to have enough here. There is the Earthquake over the core there on some of the high HP buildings, but they just go right around that Air Expo, which is picking off this Grand Warden. Ouch. Unfortunately, Woody, there is 1 multi-target Inferno left up right in the backside.
A look of exasperation on Terry's face as he recognizes just how close he came to getting the 3 stars. Plenty of cleanup troops along the outside of the base. The minions able to pick away at these unprotected structures. That'll get him north of the 80% mark that we've seen from Nova in previous hits, but still short of 3 on the back of that defensive air targeting Expo, taking out the Grand Warden, and then balloons not quite able to reach the multi-target Inferno in the left corner of the space.
Yeah, unfortunately wasn't able to get it done. Maybe if he was able to get through the tunnel a little bit quicker, but I mean, he didn't have any heal spells for the back end, so the balloons went down pretty quick. Now he's just looking at the cleanup. He can't do anything at this point, passing into the mid.
Race right now between Kings and Nova. Kings with a very dominating early start here, but we saw in their previous war that they couldn't necessarily put up 3 stars in a reliable way, and even had a 1-star hit here and there. So still plenty of time for Nova to get the turnaround, but it's going to take a mighty, massive force to knock the Kings off of their throne. Wearing the crown, it hangs heavy, but it gives him power. Loop is one of the layout designers for the Kings, one of the key defensive strategists for this team, earned a 2-star 79% in his previous attack. We'll see if he can improve on that and keep the Kings marching toward victory.
So we got Terry with the Town Hall on the top side. Behind some layers of walls, might see some Teslas in that little group of the walls up there, but finds one down south. He's going to use this Grand Warden, as he can actually step up and go for this Eagle Artillery and try to get a ton of value through this Warden charge. It's going to take some time. Luckily, there are no storages down here, meaning the Warden will not stall up on the storage quite for a while, but pulls a Seeking Air Mine there, Woody, which means he loses a healer, and he needs them as he's charging through.
Yeah, an unfortunate start there for Loop. Sometimes you see those coconut loons, we like to call them, the balloons that are dropped just to try to soak a Seeking Air Mine and protect those healers. Loop chose not to use it this time. I'm noticing once again, though, a decoration kind of placed in this corner spot of these walls, something that we hadn't seen a whole lot in previous months, but it's just effective enough at preventing the Archer Queen from being able to lock onto buildings that are precariously positioned right inside those walls, forcing attackers to use something with a little bit longer range, like the Grand Warden, to keep on target. He actually missed one of those flying skeletons who's been firing away at the healers, so he'll go down anyways.
Yeah, he takes it down. Oh, beautiful charge into here. It goes through a damage CC, which is a Dragon Witch, or anything that really fires back and does a lot of damage to your troops, versus a non-damage CC would be, let's say, like Ice Golems or a Lava or a Golem that would come out. And now he still has this Stone Slammer, which can be saved for the Town Hall. It's always really risky coming from the opposite side. The Tornado Trap's there, meaning the Stone Slammer will not fight a Tornado Trap near the Town Hall. It does take 4 shots from the Stone Slammer to take the Town Hall down. I mean, the Stone Slammer is taking a lot of damage here. It's going right around this Town Hall. So hopefully there's like an Ice Golem. No, there's balloons. Uh-oh, he drops. Okay, so he drops the haste. All the balloons will actually go down here to the Giga Bomb of the Town Hall. He's got a handful of P.E.K.K.A.s still up in this raid. The Warden is still going. The Queen popped her ability. The real damage thing that's left is that multi-target Inferno in the compartment by itself, which the Queen cannot reach. But if he's got the time, he might have enough P.E.K.K.A.s here to make it through.
Well, Carbon, just as soon as it started, it feels like this raid is almost already over. 36 seconds left as the minions try to soar over the wall and take out the multi-target Inferno, but not enough firepower to get it done. The Grand Warden, who had locked onto that Inferno, instead is going to try to go help out some minions on the backside, taking out a cannon or a gold mine next, instead of focusing on this multi-target Inferno. You got to hope that these balloons are going to be enough to finish it off. Oh, I don't think... Oh, they do take it down, but can they get to the last remaining defense? The P.E.K.K.A. trying to chop through those walls, but they are mighty sturdy, Carbon.
Oh, he needs like a wizard here or a Hog Rider. Oh no, unfortunately, he's going to fall short right there. Not going to get a 99% 2-star time fail right there.
Wow, as close as it can possibly be. 99% and just one defensive structure that wasn't even shooting at his troops remaining. Just that one air defense. Take a quick look at the early stage of this attack where Rage, jump spells, all sorts of flying healers and ground troops crashing into the space, tearing apart these buildings, but just couldn't get some bounce damage onto that air defense or tear down the wall. That's going to leave the Kings with a really close 2-star 99%, still a dominating role over Nova right now.
Yeah, it was so close, the 99% 2-star. But now we have Juan coming in with Nova. Juan was actually part of Blaze JP last month, and now he's coming in with Nova. Let's see what he can do and try to help Nova push their way to the finals on Sunday and try to get this golden ticket. For Juan, using the Queen walk into Electric Dragons, 5 of them. Maybe this Queen can walk this whole alley down here and take this down. We saw maybe there's tassels as well, so the Queen can get a ton of value. She can take out this whole left side.
The main phase of this attack is going to be those big Electro Dragons, though, the heaviest hitters in Clash of Clans. They soar high, have a ton of hit points, and can chain lightning onto multiple buildings, but they work pretty slowly. That's where those rage spells from Juan come in. Now, Juan has been a recent convert to the Nova cause. He has competed here on stage multiple times before, though, and is very experienced in these difficult situations. He's a supremely versatile player, working as both a base builder and an attack strategist. He says that discipline, commitment, and humility are
around this base. If he can get some chain of value here, this could be almost going down. You see, he's got balloons that come out. They dives over this Town Hall. Maybe it would have been perfect. Oh, he gets some nice chain value from that E-Dragon. This Queen Burn's ability, this is looking really good for Juan right here.
Oh, mama. Juan's still at it, hugging his teammates, high fives all around. Nova celebrating a bit early, but it looks like the 3-star is in the bag. He's finished off all remaining defenses, and the last little bit of cleanup is no problem for this mighty force. Juan swoops into victory at 3-star strike.
One shot that base. Nova is back in the business here. They're trailing on overall percentage, but with that 3-star, they can breathe up again a bit and get back into this match.
This is all about using the spells to try to get the chain value, because the E-Drag chain actually skips through 5 buildings and was able to skip from that Wizard Tower through the multi and take out that air defense, which was huge value. Beautiful hit right there from Juan.
Next up will be Franz from the Kings. Franz got a 2-star, 68% in his previous war. Remember, he's one of the attack strategists and loves using balloons on the side of the Kings. They just saw a big strike from Juan that challenged their supremacy in this war. The Kings, with about a 4% destruction advantage right now, want to cement their lead, and Franz thinks that the way to do it is with dragons. Lots of dragons. Send them in and set fire to the countryside, friends.
Oh, Woody, he's coming in with the drag bat. 2 ice golems in here. Usually the ice golems are going to be used to distract, either to freeze over the town hall or a wizard tower towards the back end for the bats to protect him, so you don't have to use your freeze, but he's only got 2 freeze spells. He's using 1 here in the initial push to kind of lock on, and now the Queen's stepping up and try to get this air defense, and maybe let's see if she walks left, because she might actually walk up to this cannon. And let's see the value that he wanted.
Yeah, those air defenses are the key targets to try to take out early on with these Queen hits. Franz does manage to take out the one on the bottom right side. Those multi-target Infernos can dish out a ton of damage over time, though, so you got to be a little bit worried about them. Spread out in a triangle around this base. The core still has an Eagle Artillery and the enemy Archer Queen to worry about. Raid spell gets dropped a little bit early, and there's only 1 dragon benefiting from it right now. It looks like the others are kind of spreading out around it, so didn't get much value from that first raid spell. Franz going to lose a couple of the dragons as they wander around to the bottom side of the base, but he does just come within range of that town hall. He should be able to engage it soon to get that first star, Carbon.
Oh, he pulled out the Lava Hound, right? The King and the Barbarians, unfortunately, which stalled him up, and the dragons had to pop the Hound and take care of the pups, which was unfortunate. Now he's going to have to try to take this Town Hall down, and does not have the Grand Warden Eternal Tome anymore. He's got a lot of spells here. He had to make sure this Town Hall went down. Now he drops the freeze, the bats right on this multi-target Inferno, leading into the base right here, but he's got this Wiz Tower. Oh no, these bats are going down so fast here, and unfortunately he's not getting the value wanted with the dragons and the bats.
Dragons take a huge hit from the Giga Bomb coming off of that Town Hall, and even though it looks like they mostly dodged that Tornado Trap, they are not going to remain for the later stage of this attack. All spells used now. Franz drops the last 4 balloons to try to take out another building or 2. Looks like a 2-star, 67% is what he's looking at here, Carbon.
Yeah, just about 40 seconds left, but I don't know if he has any cleanup around the base. Nope, that's going to end it right there at 67%, 2-star, just under his previous attack, which was a 68 in the previous war. He also did go with Drag Bats, so he does like to use the dragons and the bats. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get it done, and usually it's when one thing or another goes wrong. And in this case, the one thing that went wrong was he pulled out the Lava Hound, which he did not want to happen, and it had to change his plans, and at least he got the secure 2-star there.
You hope that you can avoid dragging that Lava Hound out too soon. It does have a ton of hit points, and that's why it is one of the favorite defensive CC troops that we've seen in the Clash of Clans World Championship qualifier here today. Among all the clans in the competitive scene, Lava Hound seems to be the weapon of choice for defending clan castles.
Yeah, the Lava Hound does a great job, Woody, at sculling up the Queen when she charges into the base, which then the healers usually, when you charge in with the Queen, is going to get stuck behind. Let's say you're coming with a P.E.K.K.A. Smash or something, and then everything else just leaves those healers, and they end up dying off right there. But the Queen is going to try to sui the bottom side here, and unfortunately, he's not going to, oh, he's going to try to get the storage down, and this Wizard Tower, the Queen just barely gets it. Oh my god, and now he's going to start the balloons from down south, has a clone spell to actually move into the enemy Queen.
Let's take a look at the main stage of this attack, which should be starting soon. Stone Slammer on the bottom corner to provide a little bit of coverage for this Electro Dragon. We've got 2 Lava Hounds and 28 balloons. An impressive aerial assault to be starting off very shortly. LP said that he does love using Queen Walk and hog attacks, but he's going to the skies this time. He says that he really tries to never give up. That's his key mantra while he's attacking. Do everything you possibly can, even if the plan starts to go wrong. You want to try to get as many stars and as high of an overall damage percentage as you think is possible. He loves representing Nova, a really big name in the mobile esports scene, and is a 23-year-old student also from China. He said that his secret superpower is to always get 3 stars at the very last second. Let's see if he's able to pull it off this time with Lalu.
Let's see if he can do it. The balloons are flying into this first core section here. The Town Hall is activated, drops another haste, gonna pop this Grand War Internal Dome, and he still has another Lava Hound. Beautiful patience right here. Oh, and he protects the Grand Warden through that Seeking Air Mine with the ability. And now the balloons are moving through this top side here. He's got no more spells, but he's got a lot of balloons. This is looking good for LP here. The Juan of Nova also got a triple, so they're looking to get their second 3-star with just under 50 seconds left. He's looking at it. It's looking pretty solid here with one more Wizard Tower left on the map. Woody, I think we got our second 3-star for Nova.
Nothing left to do for LP but to cross his fingers and say his prayers. He's got over 35 seconds left now and only a few more buildings left to finish it off. Applause and high fives from the side of Nova. Just having put a 3-star up on the board, Juan is now going to go back-to-back with LP. They are now at 10 stars and have pulled ahead of the Kings.
Yeah, no one expected that here. The Kings had such a strong start into the round 2, but Nova, what a comeback. 2 3-stars in a row that puts them on the map. On the second match here in round 2, INTZ is still leading against Golden X, and with that still leading our Group A. The race for the playoffs is on.
Oh, it's going to be so close here. It's going to come down to either 1 or 2 3-stars, or even overall stars in this Group A that can determine the difference between 1, 2, and 3. Oh, these are going to be close, Woody.
You saw all the attacks so far between INTZ and Golden X have been 2 stars. There's 1 hit left for INTZ. Marinal, the attacker, in the background. We'll try to update you on whether that winds up being a 2 or 3-star hit. But we're back to the main stage where once again the Kings have another shot at redemption. Heige, the 5th and final attack for his team, trying to pull back against a Nova clan which seemed down, but definitely not out. 2 3-star strikes in a row have really put the Kings' feet to the fire. Can they use these 45 Hog Riders to, stampede their way back to victory?
Woody, I think he's definitely going to try to use these 45 Hogs with the Sui Mass Hogs. This Wall Wrecker, if he can get through this Eagle Artillery, that's going to be a ton of value that it won't be firing on his troops. And also set the funnel. We might see Valkyries maybe out here with, don't have a rage spell. That Queen, she was kind of spinning there, but whatever's in here can also, oh, maybe balloons because there's a haste spell. Yep, there's balloons. Gonna move straight to the Eagle, straight to the Expo, and to the air defense and kind of pull some of the Clan Castle. So we see about 10 archers. Usually what that means is there's also going to be a Lava Hound in the composition. So the archers are being pulled to the top side with the Baby Dragon.
We get a partial CC pull here. There still is probably going to be some troops left in that clan castle. Sometimes we see these archers paired up with baby dragons or lava hounds, or maybe even a witch in some cases. It'll be up to Heige to keep an eye on that clan castle as the troops start to spread out to try to use that skeleton spell where necessary to finish them off. He still also has to worry about this archer queen now firing away at his hog riders. Looks like, what? Has she locked on to something else? She's walking around outside the walls. There we go, a freezing skeleton spell to take her out.
Yeah, at least the Queen's going to go down to the skellies here, so very nice job. And he has the hogs all moving through, but unfortunately, he's nowhere near 51%. So he still has the Queen to get dropped, so very surprising. Maybe even use this King to grab this Town Hall. But if he can have these hogs move past this Town Hall and get this value, this could be definitely very close to a 3-star, but he has only one more heal here. The King does go in towards this Town Hall. The Queen's going to follow behind. Maybe the King could have actually taken the Town Hall all by himself. But there it is. Queen's going to walk around, but no, the hogs are going around as well. Oh, this is going to be close. He's going to drop the heal spell, but 2 multi-target Infernos is still up on the board. He's going to move over to the right side. And at this point, he's looking just for the percentage. Oh, very nice try right here.
Barbarian King knocks down the Town Hall to earn that star inside. Heige still has the Archer Queens Royal Cloak ability to use whenever he deems necessary. She's locked onto the Lava Hound though, so that's going to be a bit of a distraction for her, slow things down. As the pups pop out now, it's her only chance to use that Royal Cloak. Starts to fire away, but I'm not sure she's going to get a chance to shoot down any more buildings. Heige with a 2-star 80% from the Kings.
Yeah, 2-star 80%. You can see his frustration right there. He definitely wanted to try to get another 3-star because Nova did get 2 3-stars in their war here. So, I mean, unfortunately, he was not able to get it with these hogs moving around. He just took a wide angle around this base. Unfortunately, fell up short here.
Nova will just need to put 2 more stars up on the board to win this war against the Kings. Meanwhile, in the background, we were watching the last attack from INTZ. Marinol did succeed in putting another 3-star strike up, so it's INTZ 11 stars to Golden X 10 stars in the background. That'll keep INTZ ahead in the overall group race.
Oh, these wars are going to be so close. This Group A is going to be neck and neck to see who's going to be advancing to the playoffs. Remember, if you get the 1st seed or number 2 seed, they can't face each other. They'll be playing the 1st and 2nd seed of Group B, which is tomorrow. But we're seeing one of the best players for Nova come in, and this is going to be Wei. He went, I believe, 4 for 5 3-stars in last month's qualifiers. Absolutely amazing performance. Let's see if we can continue that here today with the Queen Charge Hogs.
It's important to keep in mind that not only do you want to be in the top 2 to move on to the playoffs, but preferably you'd be in the number 1 position because then you would face off against the number 2 team from the other group, giving you a little bit of an easier shot at making your way to the grand finals. That best of 3 will give you plenty of opportunities to showcase your skills and prove that you've got what it takes to compete at the World Championship, which is once again going to be taking place at ESL 1 in Hamburg in late October. If you want to get a chance to attend the biggest live Clash of Clans event in world history, now's your shot.
Absolutely. I highly recommend you give it a chance and go try to attend if you're available, because it's going to be like nothing before and a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's going to be amazing, and we will be there definitely to meet you guys. But in this attack, Wei is going to try to come in with now the Hogs. The Queen can maybe grab the enemy Queen and this Eagle. He's got to be patient here. There's the next Rage Spell. There's the Hog. Still has this Grand Warden. Drops it. And look at this, Woody. This Stone Slammer from the bottom side. Queen's going to be able to grab this Eagle. It's looking pretty solid.
Brushing off these defenses like they are nothing. Wei has gone through this base lickety-split like a hot knife through butter. These Hog Riders are storming through. Seeking Air Mine goes off, but doesn't find anything to hit as the Stone Slammer's already gone down. There were even more Hog Riders inside of it to continue their path through this base. Can Wei take out that multi-target Inferno over on the left side? That Archer Queen looking pretty low on hit points. The Queen goes down, but the Hog Riders are very close to back things up. There's still so many left, CarbonFin. These defenses have absolutely crumbled. Nova's Wei has put another 3-star hit up on the board.
Wei is unbelievable. He's just getting 3 stars after 3 stars on the main stage. I mean, if anyone has ever questioned Wei, he is showing how good he is. Nova coming in with the 3rd 3-star of this war.
That is the win for Nova, and no one will question that. We heard it already. 3 stars in a row. Kings had absolutely nothing up their sleeves anymore to answer to the Chinese team. And with that, it seems that Nova and INTZ are currently the powerhouses of Group A.
Teams walking across the stage now to shake hands for a war well fought. The Kings at 20 total stars. Nova at 23 now with their 13-star dominating performance here today, Carbon.
Absolutely beautiful job right there with the Hogs coming in. The Queen took out the whole top side of the Eagle, the enemy Queen, the multi, and almost took out that back end multi-target Inferno. Wei coming through once again to show you how he gets so many 3 stars. It's unbelievable. Every time Wei attacks, I'm just going to assume it's going to be a 3-star, Woody.
It's a safe assumption because, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. It turns out INTZ and Nova are now at the top of this group with 23 stars each. Really close war so far, but we've heard already from INTZ. Why don't we get a quick interview with one of the members of Nova?
Thanks, Woody. I have to say, there's a will, there's a way. That's why we're over here with him at the couch to talk about what just happened in round 2. Nova completely dismantling Kings on the way to the playoffs. You guys had a tough start. It looked a bit better on the Kings side. How did you get your team motivated once again to strike back with 3 stars in a row?
开始的时候你们不这么稳定，但是以后你们打得很厉害。你们有什么办法让你们自己就是相信自己？
实力。实力，对，
实力。Okay, just believe in ourselves.
That's as simple as it is. I mean, we often ask like, what's the key to success? And this is how it is. Now you guys looking pretty strong to go through to the playoffs. Is there anything that could stop you now in round 3?
看起来你们直接可以去预选赛。你们觉得有什么可以就是挡住你们的那个门票得了门票吗？
没有，我们将克服所有的困难。
There is nothing can stop us. We will go through all the difficulties.
Oh, we're looking forward to that. Thanks, Wei, for taking the time here for the interview. Now I'm heading over to Judo, our expert, to show us more about all the in-depth of the attacks we just saw.
Well, we see Nova really showing us their class there. This was their first 3-star attack, and I want you to take note of how they take advantage of the base design really successfully. Notice this area right in the center here, which is not only going to provide pathing later on for the Electro Dragons, he's able to identify that a queen walk down this left-hand side is incredibly valuable. It will allow Electro Dragons to concentrate on that other section, but the other thing to note is that there's no defenses in here, meaning the queen can easily take out each of the defenses on this first section, and he doesn't have to use a lot of rage spells there because of that. The queen is able to easily walk down that side, and then if we look at the pathing that we have mentioned for you, the Electro Dragons can now move straight down this area. Has to use the king on the opposite side alongside the baby dragon and the stone slammer to focus their fire through. Because the rage spells, were not used on the queen, he can use them on the Electro Dragons moving through the center, and it means that he can chain through high HP buildings, expos, the Eagle Artillery, the Clan Castle. He's able to get through that very effectively with the Electro Dragons. Another thing to note as well is the chain value that he can get to the air defense. No matter what angle that the Electro Dragons come from, they can actually chain to this final air defense very easily, which is the main threat for an Electro Dragon attack. But he also has a freeze spell there in the bag, overwhelming attack, beautiful stuff. Let's see if Kings can pull it back in the next matchup though. What do you think, René?
Yeah, they have to answer, Judo, that's for sure. That was the second loss here on the live stage. Means there's only one matchup left for them, and not that many opportunities to get back into this match.
Well, it's still possible. We've seen it before where you can lose every single one of the matches and still make it to the playoffs, but don't count them out. We're going to see they're going to have to get a really good performance. We're taking a look at the standings now.
INTZ and Nova are exactly tied, each with an 88.8% average destruction and 23 stars. That means it's all going to come down to these last wars that they're fighting. It's going to be a super close one, René.
It will be, I'm absolutely sure, but they're on our run to playoff on day 1. You saw so many teams that were here before and bringing all their experience, but we also got some new guys on the block. Here they are.
Our team is Golden X. We have Redeemed, DeGruich, Colin, and Sausage. And myself, I'm Eric Hamilton. We have never met in real life before today. We've been, some of us have been playing longer than others. Me and Sausage have been playing for a couple of years now. Me and Colin have been playing about 2 weeks or 3, so not long. We've played just about every month, I think. So since April, we've started. We've tried to qualify every month of the tournament. So this is our first time here in Poland. A lot of the other teams have been here multiple months. We are pretty excited to be competing with them. So this was the last chance, make it through the qualifiers and get to the finals. We put a lot of hard work into it, did a lot of base building, did a lot of planning, a lot of practice. I think we're ready to go.
They are ready to go, and do they have what it takes to solve the equation and make the X into a ticket to become a golden ticket?
We're going to take a look at Golden X's lineup of Eric Hamilton, Colin, Redeemed, Grooch, and Sausage.
And third time's a charm for the Kings, returning with Silvio, Loop, Franz, Heigi, and Vitor Almeida.
Both teams out there on the hunt for NOVA and INTZ, the current leading teams in Group A. This will be a big face-off. This is round 3, which means there's no other war for both of these teams, and they have to deliver right now if they want to catch up and find themselves on the bracket for play of a Sunday. Can they do it? Can they manage? That's always the big question, as they really, really need those stars. We're ready for round 3, Golden X versus Kings.
This is the war that you don't want to miss, because they both have to step up here and get as many 3 stars as possible, because they know they are both down at this point, or in terms of they don't have the stars to come back. So this is going to be close, Woody.
A do-or-die fight. Kings, the #2 global clan on the in-game clan war leaderboards, and Golden X, the American newcomers looking to make a splash here. They have previous experience from the ESL Play Mobile Open, where they earned 3rd place in the first season. They defeated Ripple and Coastal Clash to make it here today.
This is going to be a good one. Sausage looks like he's going to be the first attacker for Golden X. He's looking over the base. He's looking over his plan on the tablet right there, and he goes in. I'm ready to see what his plan is. There has been no triples yet for Golden X in the first 2 wars, and they're looking to change that here on the main stage. We're coming in with a Pekka Smash healers, and he's going to be charging in here towards this Town Hall. Remember, don't want to get that 1 star, Woody.
Sausage is a 37-year-old construction worker from Los Gatos, California. He said if he earns a big prize on the main stage, he wants to use it to remodel his home. He's got a few ideas to build things up. Let's see if the base deconstruction can be the path toward it.
It could very well be. We do see 2 jump spells going to be able to be used to get to this enemy queen and that multi-target Inferno section towards the bottom. Pops the Grand Warden Eternal Tome. Going to slowly get that Town Hall down and actually protects all the Barbarians. They should jump this wall and take down and help damage that multi. Might be a little tough to take down. He does have 2 more jumps. Is this a 3-jump composition here? He's just going to keep jumping through the base.
Walls? What walls? Sausage is soaring over them as he sends these Pekkas chopping apart the competition. He said a solid, diverse, and reliable clan is going to be his secret weapon to making it to ESL 1 Hamburg, and he has started off with a really powerful punch here against Silvio, the #1 defender from Kings. Still holding on to that 3rd and final jump spell. He didn't find a chance to use it on the interior of this base. As an Ice Golem pops off, he's finally going to get a chance along the outer edge to do some more cleanup work, but he's lost one of his Pekkas now, and another one's starting to take some firepower. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get them onto the interior, but with that last jump spell, I think he's still got a solid shot, Carbon.
I think, yeah, he's going to drop that jump right over the Wizard Tower Expos to try to get the Pekkas and everything to charge in, but maybe drop this Wizard Tower back in to grab this, or the Wizard to grab the Wizard Tower. It's going to be it's going to be pretty close here. He's got the Wizard actually at the bottom side at 6 o'clock. But he's got 1 healer left. It's going down to this Wizard Tower, and it looks like a bunch of the Pekkas are just going to continue around the base. He's going to hopefully try to get into the 80%, but there's just too much here, and it's going to pick off all of his units, and he's not going to be able to get this 3-star.
These Pekkas are really damaging whenever they're able to get on target quickly, especially by jumping over walls and with rage spells. It just turned out this time Sausage was looping around the outside of the base and not able to keep his troops focused on the center. Still, though, we've seen lots of attacks today, and the overall damage now surpassing 84% means that Sausage has got a strong hit to claim in his first attack here on the main stage. Golden X will march home with a 2-star from this first strike, Carbon.
Golden X is going to have to somehow get some triples now, because they haven't got any, and they know that you will not going to be able to advance with no triples in the group stage. because they know their opponents are going to be getting those 3 stars. Finishes at a 2-star, 91%, getting a nice percentage, but still not getting that triple.
2 stars to start off with, and a high in the 80% destruction. Sausage, let's take a look at that replay once again. Saw that Lava Hound pop early on to distract the Archer Queen and the other attacking troops, but mostly ground focused. Those bowlers and P.E.K.K.A.s able to make their way in. Actually, there weren't any bowlers in that army composition, were there? Just P.E.K.K.A.s and Wizards to back up the cleanup along the outer edges.
Yeah, that was really a true P.E.K.K.A. smash where he just wanted to smash through with the P.E.K.K.A.s. Taking 3 jumps was really interesting. But now, we're going to take a look on Eric Hamilton's base, which we have 2 a little bit island compartment Infernos in the core, and then an Inferno over on the left side. Coming in with a Queen charge Hogs, drops the Stone Slammer to potentially open that up and help take that section down. That could be tons of value with the Town Hall over on the right side with just the King that's kind of protecting it.
Eric Hamilton is a 34-year-old, the leader of Golden X. He works as a quality control chemist for an electric generation utility company. He said that his strategy here today is to win, just like every other qualifier so far. They've got a great lineage coming up to this World Championship qualifier today, but have met some difficulty in their first 2 matches. This fight against the Kings is their last remaining chance to try to put some pressure back. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about Eric Hamilton. He's the defender.
He's the defender.
Let me talk about Heige. He's the captain of Kings, as you all know. He said that he's a fiberglass factory worker, and well, why don't we skip the background for now and get back into the main attack here?
Hey, it's still good information nonetheless. It's still, hey, Clash of Clans is not just an offensive game, it is also a defensive game. So you still want to do your best, and I know defense is not the most glamorous thing, but they do help win you the wars.
That's right.
They try to stop those triples, which can make all the difference nonetheless. But Heige is coming in. He has another, is he going to get the second layer of wall break here? Oh, that's absolutely crazy. He does. Now I'm going to be able to take this Eagle down. The King took out the Town Hall, but no, the healers move off of the Queen because she wasn't taking any damage.
Oh, Heige knows that you have to stay calm in these really tough situations like this. He did participate in the May and June qualifiers for the Kings, and so he's got lots of experience up on stage. Now earning that 2nd star as he crashes through an elixir storage on the right side of the map. That's going to be 54% so far, but here comes the main stage, the attack. Hog Riders moving in toward that first multi-target Inferno on the top left corner. Great Grand Warden Eternal Tome ability grabs all the Hog Riders in that radius, protecting them from that splash damage, Carbon.
Hogs are moving through the top side, drops that final heal spell, has the miner on the top because there's actually nothing in the core. This Queen is going to maybe grab this multi. It's going to be close. Oh no, doesn't grab the multi, but we have a ton of Hogs, Woody. I mean, they're going to go through this cannon, then they're going to go to the multi. This is looking really solid. This is looking like another 3-star.
Pulling the pork back to the center, but I gotta be a little bit worried about the time remaining in this attack. He's at 90% with 22 seconds left. That should be enough for cleanup. I didn't see any errant buildings along the outside edge. As long as this is all he's got to deal with, I think he's got it in the back. High fives around on the King's side of the map.
This is going to be a 3-star for Heige of Kings. Look at that 100% triple with the Queen charge, kind of charging all the way into getting that Eagle, and then the Hogs around, and beautiful job.
Let's take a quick look at the replay now. Barbarian King chopping apart the Town Hall for the early start here. Still had 28 Hog Riders for the main stage of this hit. I think that the key to that victory there was great usage of the heroes.
Yeah, the Queen got so much value in the core, taking out the Eagle artillery, so it didn't fire upon the Hogs as they moved around. The King grabbed the Town Hall. It was a beautiful attack coming in and taking the base down.
Next up from Golden X is Redeemed, a co-leader for his clan. He's a 32-year-old marketing associate from my home state of Texas. He said if he wins a big prize, he's going to go out and buy dinner for his girlfriend. Let's wish him good luck here. Fighting for Golden X. You know, this team has only been together for a couple of months, Carbon. They noticed the money on the line, the prize, the glory, the fame, the honor that you can win at the World Championship and said, you know what, why don't we give it a crack? They've made their way through the ESL Play online tournament and have one shot here at the August qualifier to earn a spot at the World Finals.
Yeah, they've tried every single month like we've heard them say before, and they finally made it here to the qualifiers, but you guys all have a chance not only to qualify as well, but I mean, you guys can still get tickets for the ESL One New York. It's still there. The opportunity is there. But now, coming in with the bowlers on the top side, I don't know, he got some of them to move into the core. Pops the Grand Warden Eternal Tome early to protect this wall wrecker. Gonna try to open this next layer here, drops the poison. Queen's on the bottom side. No healers are through the top up there, Woody.
Yeah, they're sticking to that Queen real close, but unfortunately are getting burnt up by the Inferno Tower along the bottom right side of the space. Still, Redeemed is able to make it all the way to the Town Hall now, freezes it just as soon as it gets activated. No ability for that Warden means a ton of damage on all the troops stacked on that Town Hall, and that ground-based push is having a lot of trouble. We do see bat spells now on that right side corner, freezing the Expo, Grand Warden, and multi-target Inferno to keep them on track. But I think there's just too many splash damage structures still remaining here for Redeemed to be able to make it through. Still a 2-star hit keeps them on pace, but we really need them to turn up the gas and get a 3-star on the board if they want to contend for playoffs on Sunday.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a handful of 3-stars now because they are down by, I don't know if it's like 3 or 4, down by quite a bit at this point, but they need the 3-star, almost 3-star out in the final attacks here. But he's got the Wizard down south to try to get percentage, because if you end up tying on overall stars, you do go down to a percentage tiebreaker. And it looks like Redeemed is going to finish right there at the 72%. We're going to take a look at the standings that were actually at the top there. And INTZ is leading, they were leading the charge, but granted, we still have one more war with INTZ after this one against NOVA.
That's right, INTZ and NOVA are neck and neck. Whoever wins that next war will have the #1 spot for Group A. Whether or not any of these clans can still contend for the #2 spot remains to be seen. Redeemed with a 2-star, 72% on the big stage. We'll have to throw it back over now to the Kings, where Silvio either hit or miss in his first 2 attacks with a 1-star and then a 3-star, will have one final chance to prove his salt.
I'm going to come down to Silvio. He got the 3-star in his previous attack with the Sui Lalo, but he did get that 1-star in his first attack, so it was very impressive to turn it around and get a 3-star after an unfortunate 1. But let's see what he can do. Can he answer with another 3-star for Kings, which is absolutely what they need at this point. We're seeing some witches come out of this clan castle, drops the poison, and it's not a Lava Hound, which is a lot of things that we've seen.
Yeah, 2 witches in this defending CC. Works pretty well for distracting attacking troops with so many skeletons that they can spawn, but with a beautiful pull by Silvio, I think that he's going to be pretty happy with how things have begun here. Uses that Barbarian King Iron Fist ability to power through the defending CC as he charges through the bottom corner of the space now, clearing out a path for these 48 Hog Riders. That's a lot of hammers, Carbon.
That is a lot of Hog Riders. Some goblins come out of the clan castle, which are going to be running around, hitting these hogs, but not going to do much. Has the Earthquake to drop over this town hall, so the hogs do target it, because now it is a defensive unit. And there it is, pops this Grand Warden Eternal Tome and drops the freeze over the multi. Beautiful job. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of spring traps. A lot of hogs getting sprung right there. Has one more heal and a freeze, but he's got the Queen on the backside. Has some skellies to try to take care of her. Well, let's see, a Tesla farm over at 3 o'clock. It looks like he might not have enough hogs to make it through all this.
Spring traps, the only defense that works when pigs fly. Able to push them back off the map and keep them out of the way of these other defensive buildings here. We still have a lot of firepower on the backside for Sausage to deal with here. He's having a party right back there. It's a sausage party right now on defense because the Queen is undeterred. Still lots of goblins even helping out from the CC to stab down those Hog Riders. And with an Eagle Artillery right next to her, it's going to be easy pickings here on defense now. Silvio with a 2-star at 67%. Might be able to get another building or 2 out here on the outside, but I think that's going to be just about it, Carmen.
Yeah, with a lot of the goblins and the skeletons just running around, there was so much actually damage that was hitting these hogs. And actually, the goblins are so quick enough that they can keep up with the hogs and keep attacking them as they move through, while, let's say, some other troops, it might be tough.
70% only on the King side that keeps the Golden Axe in this matchup. But it seems like triples is what everyone needs, and so far, only the Kings can provide that.
Only the Kings were able to get the 3-star from their attack, which was using the Queen charge hog, so maybe we might see some more Hog Rider attacks, which is one of the staples, one of the metas that we've been seeing lately in the last few months. Woody.
The first time we've seen a player with a 1-star, a 2-star, and a 3-star hit here in the arena, Carbon. A notable achievement here from the Kings, but we're going to hand it back over to Golden X now, where De Grooch will be attacking next. De Grooch is a 33-year-old data analyst at a software company back home in the United States. Looks like he's preparing for his hit.
Looks like...
is he ready to strike, or do we need to go back to the drawing board?
Maybe he's waiting a little bit, kind of has those the signals waiting. It's kind of loading up there for him. He's being patient here. So he's taking his time. These things happen where you got to be ready, but now it looks like he's live in the raid, coming in with a little bit of a Sui Hog Rider, or no, I would say kind of a Kill Squad Hog Rider attack to try to use this wall record to get into here. He wants to gut the whole court with the jump spells, not only get the Clan Castle, the Queen, the Eagle, but if he doesn't set this funnel properly, it's going to be tough to get into there with the bowlers, Woody.
The group says he's honored to represent the Relic X clan family here at the Clash of Clans World Championship qualifier. He said he'll never let anyone stop him from pursuing his dream to make it to the World Finals. He's got one heavy-handed strike to try to take down this base and put a 3-star up on the board to give the Golden X a shot at the playoffs on Sunday. He's charging in now with a strong strike, but I'm not sure if he's going to have the firepower to take out that Eagle artillery. It looks like that's the main target that he's going for right now, Carbon.
Well, the Queen's going to be able to jump this wall here, and the Queen might actually be able to go for this Town Hall. Oh, luckily the Grand Warden took some of these shots, so that's good to allow the Queen. No, the Grand Warden jumps out of range, has the Queen get out to burn her ability. But uh-oh, if she doesn't get this Town Hall, oh, I think she will get the Town Hall down. Okay, that was huge. Now he won't lose the Hogs over it. Here comes the Hogs from 12 o'clock. They're moving around with 3 heal spells. I mean, no more Eagle. That is huge.
But he's had to sacrifice all 3 of his heroes so far, and without any Grand Warden Eternal Tome support, you got to wonder, how far can these guys make it? You know, that life aura, even just from the Grand Warden, is super beneficial, especially for so many troops getting spread out. These Hog Riders are taking a massive amount of splash damage on the backside from multi-target Infernos, Wizard Towers, Bomb Towers crashing in on them. Looks like they're going to be able to take out a few more of these structures, but just so much damage pounding away at them will leave De Grooch with a 2-star and a little bit of cleanup along the top side of the map.
Yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't use the Grand Warden with the Hogs because he used it in the main push towards the core of this base. He probably wanted to get a lot more of the core so that the Hogs can just come around the edges. But nice try coming in with a 64% 2-star for Golden X.
Next up, we're going to be going back to the Kings. De Grooch looking pleasantly, pieced as peach, but not with the 3-star that he was seeking there. I think that there's a lot to learn from that attack, though. We'll take a quick look at the replay. As soon as he crashed through the Eagle Artillery and Town Hall in the center of the base, he sent in those Hogs running as fast as they could, but caught in a tornado trap, and with lots of defensive splash damage spread out, it was tough for them to reach their mark.
Now Loop, the base building master of Kings, coming in. Gonna try to dissect this base. Usually people that are base building masters are also really good attackers because they know the weaknesses, they know the flaws of certain bases and how to take advantage of them. And that is definitely one of the reasons why he is here, because he can do both, not only build bases, but also attack under the pressure. So this is his first time here, so there is a little bit of pressure, but he's gonna try to turn this into a 3-star for Kings.
Yeah, you can always, go out there and find a beautiful base, copy it, and use it for your own, but you really get a new set of skills by building bases yourself, learning about the strengths and weaknesses of different designs, and trying to figure out the best way to tear them apart. When you're building a base yourself, you often will think, how would I attack this if I were trying to take it down? And then try to, counter against that by buffeting your defenses along one side or the other, repositioning your queen toward the center, or the Eagle Artillery similarly. I think that Loop has learned a lot from that base building, and will try to leverage it here as he uses a big Lava Hound balloon strike to finish off Colin from Golden X.
Got a ton of value with his queen and was able to remove the enemy queen there. Now he can fly around, has the Earthquake at 34%, just trying to slowly approach his way to the 51. He doesn't need to actually hit 51, but where's this Grand Warden? He's going to the side. No, he's not going to go over the Town Hall, so he's going to lose every balloon over the Town Hall. Oh, how unfortunate. He has balloons now moving through. He has the one Lava Hound flying up. Hasting, no, Woody, they're just going in all the wrong directions here. Not going to go for that core multi, not going to go for that core Eagle. Drops the heel. At least he got the 2-star in the bag here, but he's shaking his head. Unfortunately, everything just passed around the base.
Is it ever possible to use a haste spell to get your balloons off of the Town Hall quickly enough for them to avoid that Giga Bomb?
No, not to my knowledge. I've tried it before, and I will always do it.
Dang. So really need that Grand Warden to follow the balloons onto the Town Hall. Yep, if you want to be able to protect them from the Giga Bomb. Still though, Loop with a 2-star and passing 80% now has got a really high average destruction strike. But with the Eagle Artillery standing in the center of the base, that is going to be one obstacle that he won't be able to surmount on his path toward trying to get 3 stars.
Yeah, the Eagle Artillery is still firing, has that 1 minion, and the final Archer with just under 30 seconds left. This Archer will not be able to take the gold mine down. It's going to get picked off and finish it up at an 84% 2-star for Loop of Kings.
Another 2-star with that Golden X kind of falls behind. Might even time to say goodbye soon to them. But for Kings, there's still an open door to the playoffs.
That's right, Heike did manage to get a 3-star strike earlier in the war. That gives them a shot at redemption here. Vitor Almeida and Franz, the last 2 attackers remaining for the Kings, preparing their strikes to follow up. But we're going to be going back to Golden X now for their 4th hit today. Colin is the man of the hour. He said if he wins a prize, he wants to go on a vacation in North America. He's actually the lone German from the team, a 24-year-old student from Germany. He spends his spare time working in photography, loves watching movies, and even dabbles in programming a bit.
Oh, awesome. I mean, hey, they're definitely a man of all trades. You have so many different professions here that play this game, which is amazing. And now Colin is going to try to come in with a Sui Mass Hogs, 33 Hog Riders. Going to try to send the heroes, the Ice Golem, everything towards this Town Hall. But if we see a Lava Hound, we do. It's going to slow this queen up so much. There's some Skellies. There's the Archers. Let's see if we see a Poison Spell to help take this down. But the moment they hit this Town Hall and damage it, it's going to activate and start firing back.
Colin said that his objective when planning out an attack is to aim for a safe 2-star that gives him the chance at earning 3 if everything goes right. He's got 33 Hog Riders, not quite as many as we've seen in previous attacks, but that leaves him with more room to have clean up troops in the backside. Finds an easy mortar to take out along the left corner using those balloons, dropping the bombs against that crucial splash damage structure. Adds the Grand Warden on a little bit later than I'd expect, but I think he'll still be there just in time to protect these Hog Riders, but they're taking a ton of damage. Giant bombs going off, spring traps flinging them out of the arena, and now an Archer Queen firing away. Skeleton spells are going to be what he needs to take her down. That re-spell wearing away now. We finally see the Grand Warden's Eternal Tome to protect those Hogs as they make their way to the second half of this base. Still a lot of splash damage there, Carbon.
The Queen jumped the wall right there, unfortunately. Now the Skellies have to go through the wall to take the Queen down. He drops the final heal. He's got a lot of Hog Riders here. Is this going to be Golden X's first potential 3-star? Oh man, look at all these Skellies slowly trying to get through the wall. The Queen goes down. One more freeze. If he's got the time, he's got a Baby Dragon to help with cleanup. This is looking like their first 3-star here today in Group A. A beautiful job with the Sui Mass Hogs. Got so much value and ended up taking the Town Hall down. And then a Stone Slammer took out the left side. Hogs came in right in between. Nice job, Colin of Golden X. Gonna get the 3-star for them here today.
All smiles as his Hogs do the last bit of dirty work on this base. finding no more defenses left to fire away at them. They're working well on the cleanup side of things. 33 seconds left is plenty to finish off the 3-star hit. Colin is happy to pack it up and go home with all 3 stars in this 3rd and final war for Golden X.
Beautiful attack right there. So many hogs left in the raid. The Skellies took the queen down even though she jumped the wall, and it was just a beautifully planned attack for Golden X to give them at least that. Got the monkey off their back. They got the 1 triple even though they only have 1 more attacker. Eric Hamilton is going to be the last one left. Going to try to add a 2nd triple for Golden X.
Take a quick look at the replay now. Great timing on that Grand Warden Eternal Tome, protecting the Hog Riders as they make their way onto those multi-target Infernos, and the Wizard Towers dealing out a ton of splash damage. We're handing it back over to the Kings now as Franz will move in next, an attack strategist for his clan. He loves using balloons as his main attack, but he's very picky about the sort of bases that he wants to go after. He says that he loves to exploit weaknesses in the bases that he identifies, and so you'd expect him to be a potential 3-star hit for the Kings. We haven't seen one yet for him today. In his first war, he got a 2-star, 68%. Second war, he did just about the same with 2 stars, 67%. So now's the time to shine, friends. Show us what you've got.
Yeah, with the two stars, he did both come in with drag bat attacks. So he does like his dragons. We're going to see if he comes in with another dragon attack, or maybe switches it up, or keeps it all air. It's going to be interesting to see. He's taking his time, maybe setting it up. They're kind of waiting for the live, but I mean, Kings is in a pretty good position right here. They've got the 1 3-star. They're looking to get as many 3s as possible because they're looking to catch not only Nova, but also their counterparts INTZ to see if both Brazilian clans have a chance to move into the playoffs.
Franz said he wants to take his family on a trip if he earns a prize here. He's checking the last bit about his army composition, trying to make one last look at the base here to see if he can find a way to take it down. We've got the refs on site just to make sure that everyone is progressing at the same pace as expected. So we should get into this next attack very soon. Let us know in chat, though, which team you're rooting for here in the arena. Golden X and Kings duking it out, but INTZ and Nova are still in the background waiting for their 3rd war of the day. They're the top 2 ranked clans in Group A, still contending for that #1 spot in the playoffs. So a lot of explosive action still left today, Carbon.
Yeah, we got so much to come. Don't go anywhere because we have INTZ and Nova right after this match. We're just keeping an eye out here. It looks like they're trying to fix anything that's going on because there is a little bit of a delay between this next attack. I mean, he's ready. He's looking to go in, but we're curious to see what the plan is for Kings. But we're going to be taking a look. It's going to be soon. But Woody, I mean, Kings have a really good chance. They've been here before, and Victor Almeida is going to be the next attacker for Kings here. So it looks like we're able to get into the next attack with the Sui Mass Hog Riders.
Wow, that's a lot of hogs. Victor Almeida with 42 of them will be taking a first stab at the top left side of the space. Barbarian King using that Ice Golem to provide a little bit of coverage as he takes a few shots at the enemy Barb King using that Iron Fist ability, but unfortunately finds a bomb. Barbarian's taking a big hit as he continues to path around the top side. Wallwrecker finding no resistance as it makes its way toward the Town Hall. It's kind of a heartbreaker to see the Wallwrecker at almost full health have to break down to let that Ice Golem and P.E.K.K.A out, chopping apart that Town Hall. Looks like he didn't really quite get as much value from his Siege Machine as he could have.
No, he didn't get all too much. I mean, if he even just broke that wall with the wall break, he would have been able to get the Town Hall down, but maybe he wanted to charge in and even take out the Clan Castle, which in this case it was a Lava Hound Archer. Maybe they saw from the other previous attacks that they did on these bases from Golden X that they might like to run other type of clan castles, which is the reason why you would charge into here to get something like a dragon or a witch down. Otherwise, if you think your opponent's going to be running a Lava Hound, I mean, it is very risky. You only get one attack, then you might not have to worry about the clan castle. Just poison as you move over it. Now he's just going to be moving with the hogs. Double heals as he's coming through. He does have the skelly that's going to be used for the queen.
Vitor tries to use a few hogs along the right side of the base to take out the mortar and does manage to get the job done, but finds a few Teslas out there as well. He's going to use that Eternal Tome ability to protect the hogs as they make their way onto giant bombs, multi-target infernos, fire raining down from that Eagle artillery, but they're still on task. Heal spells to try to top them off. The skeleton traps starting to engage these attackers, being flung off the map. It seems like Vitor has had some really bad luck with the traps on this base, and on top of that, the hogs are spreading out a bit more than he'd like to see, going toward the top side of the map without the protection of that Grand Warden. It looks like they are down for the count at 2 stars now, but without much left in the way of an offensive line to take out these buildings. Carmen, what are we looking at?
Yeah, the hogs split in all those different directions there, unfortunately, so he couldn't get the hogs to group up and move in a nice wave and get the full effect of the heal spells. They move all together to take down the defenses, but he's got the Grand Warden still in the core of this base, going to try to pick off as much of the percentage as possible. Going to be finishing just in the 60% range. The Grand Warden at least grabs the Archer Tower. We got 20 seconds left right outside of this Tesla rage. He might actually go for these wizards to help step closer, but these wizards will get picked off by this Tesla right here. Take out the final one with just about 10 seconds, and they're going to get about 70, maybe grab it. They don't, and finish it at a 69%.
For the memes.
2-star.
Yeah, for the memes and not the 3 stars that they might want it now that Golden X found one as well. Seems like both teams maybe still have something in there that they want to show us. Well, we have a quick look once again at the current group standings. We see that INTZ is on 23 stars and NOVA on 23. These teams obviously still play the next match. We will see that here live on stage. So don't worry, this is not really a current group picture.
Just with 29 stars, though, the best that either of these teams could hope for would be going up to 32. That means that they would have to hope that their opponents get a 1-star strike at some point in their next war if they want to have a chance of moving on to the playoffs. But hey, it's out of their hands right now. You can only worry about the war that you're currently in. And hey, we're going to Eric Hamilton next, the leader of Golden X. If there's anyone you would expect to work well in a clutch moment, it would be him. He's put a lot of hard work into preparing his clan to make it to this big stage now, but up against some of the most difficult bases that he's ever seen and fighting off some of the most fierce attackers, Golden X have had a difficult time proving their worth here on the main stage, but still far away from a playoff ticket, Carbon.
Look at what Eric is coming in with. He's coming in with not only a Queen Walk, but also a Grand Warden Walk on opposite side of this base, meaning maybe he's going to send the miners in between these heroes. And he still has the King. I don't even know what. He still has 4 healers. Maybe he's going to do a Queen Walk, a Warden Walk, and a King Walk. He's going to walk every single one of these heroes, it looks like.
Each month we take the best 8 clans from around the world and pit them together. Only the champion gets a ticket to go to the World Finals in Hamburg at ESL 1. If you want a chance to watch the champion of champions be crowned in the first ever Clash of Clans World Finals with a $1 million prize pool, make sure to get your tickets ASAP. Couldn't decide if I want to say as soon as possible or ASAP. Get them soon. You can find details in the description of the video below.
Yeah, you get them soon and you can have your chance at going out to ESL 1. Now sending the King with a healer down at the bottom side to remove the enemy King. Miners are coming through with the Stone Slammer on the top side. He knows he's going all out for this potential 3-star. The Town Hall is down there. Uh-oh, the Miners are moving through. The King burns his ability. He has the one healer trying to keep him alive. He pops the Grand Warden Eternal Tome. The Town Hall is going to be firing down, drops the freeze, grabs the multi, but unfortunately this King is going to be spinning where the Hog's going to go, drop the poison. Oh no, it looks like this Town Hall is going to stay up unless the Miners go for it, Woody.
Might have a few path over there, but I don't think there's enough of them left to finish it off. Look, Eric was in a tough spot. He knew he had to make a risky strike to try to get the 3 stars, but sometimes it just doesn't pan out. At this point, it's basically the same thing if you get a 1 or a 2-star for Golden X. They really needed a 3 to remain in playoff contention. Pat on the back from DeGrooch. Eric Hamilton really said that the Relic X family works so well together because they're so supportive of each other. They plan these attacks to the best of their ability, and they're always trying to find another way to help their teammates out. It turned out on the big stage here, he made a valiant effort with the 1 star in the 60%. Golden X will be falling behind relative to the Kings, but it's going to be up to them to put the final nail in the coffin. The Kings trying to find their 5th attacker a chance to move in. Looks like we were crawling around trying to find a way to get to the last hit for this war, Carbon.
It looks like they're trying to get Franz's attack to work here. The referee is over there looking at it. It might, I don't know if it's for something. They're looking it over right now, going to try to get it in because this is the final attack of this war for Kings. And they are looking pretty good. They need another 3-star to get to the 32, like you said, Woody, before, which then they're going to be hoping that Nova and INTZ don't get higher than that, because what are they standing at? 23, I believe? And if they both get 10, that would push them above both of these clans here today and push those 2 clans to the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to fall down on your knees and pray at that point. Even with a 3-star, the odds are really stacked against these 2 teams. It seems like we're just about ready with the setup here. The Kings now looking fine and ready to make their last attack scene here. Franz right there in the center will be the 5th and final attacker from the clan. You know, I think it's interesting how some players use iPhones, some players use iPads.
Yes.
What's your preferred device when you play, Carl?
I'm definitely a tablet player.
You're a tablet player?
Yeah, if I play on my phone, I can't, it's just too small. I don't have the room to play on my phone. I know there's tons and tons of people that love playing on their phones, but granted, I wonder how many of those people that love playing on their phones has ever even tried a tablet. Maybe if you try a tablet, you won't even be able to go back. But nonetheless, he's coming in with the Pekka Bobat, 6 Pekkas, 8 bowlers, and the 6 bat spells. Now, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe the kind of the nerves of trying to attack before. Maybe he is definitely ready to go here. He's going to try to charge into this town hall as 1 jump through the core.
Wow, that's a lot of firepower in there, and 6 bat spells to back things up. He's even brought 1 jump spell and 1 rage spell. This is kind of a labyrinth of walls here for Franz to try to pick apart. A real Gordian knot of a base that he's going to have to try to untie if he wants to get a chance at 3 stars. The rage spell, of course, will boost up the attack speed and the movement speed of any troop that's inside. He's going to have to use it right here next to the town hall to try to get these troops to stay going through the base. Nice jump spell placement there. Should get them out of that bottom compartment and up toward the top side, Carbon.
Yeah, he popped the Grand Warden Internal Tome. I think the bowlers and a lot of stuff was actually not over the town hall, so they would not have actually gotten taken down. So that meant he could not drop it in the core of the, or pop the Warden ability in the core. But oh no, he's hitting all these Wizard Towers, taking down the bats so quickly there. He's got some bats freezing the multi-target Inferno again, but no, he has to drop that freeze. Oh man, he's getting hit so many times from these splash damage defenses. He wanted these bats to clear this whole side. It's all about timing when you're using the bat spells, because if you don't click that freeze spell in time, those splash damage defenses will just wipe out the bats from the map.
Yeah, I gotta say the first step of that bat spell attack in the bottom left looked really good. He was playing those free spells right when he needed to in order to get maximum value, deterring those splash damage defenses on the backside. But I think that the Ice Golem that was meant to block for that Wizard Tower out on the second stage of the attack didn't get into position just in time. That's what left Franz with a little bit too little coverage for those bats to continue pushing along the top left side of the map. I think that with a 2-star in the 60s% here, Franz has got a lot to be proud of here. That will mean a win for the Kings, their first win in the arena here today over Golden X, so congratulations to them. But they'll be in a tough spot in playoff contention. Need to really roll some lucky hits in this next matchup with their sister clan INTZ fighting off against their nemesis of Nova.
That will be the next match that we will see here on the stream, so don't go anywhere. If you want to see 2 of these clans, Nova and INTZ, going at it in the very next match. But here it is, Kings trying to wrap up this final attack. Gonna get the 11 stars overall and end up taking the ward to Ice Golem. Not going to really do much. Has the 15 seconds. I don't even think he'll get through that wall right there. Zooming all the way in, and he's just going to get stuck. He's just going to let it go through with the time. And there it is. Franz are going to be getting the 2-star 69%, and Kings taking this war right here.
The Kings winning their first stage live match, but is it a little bit too late to actually get into the playoffs? That will be the question for the remainder of our qualifier show here on day one, as we see NOVA going up against INTZ, and that will decide if the Kings, after the win here, will still be with us on Sunday.
Yeah, NOVA and INTZ is the very next match, meaning if they both get the 10 stars, 2-star out, they will both be advancing. But it's if they both advance, it will be on opposite sides. They could meet up again in the finals.
It looks like we have got a monster match set up for war number 4 between INTZ and NOVA. We'll take a quick look once again at the replay from Franz's last attack, charging into the bottom of this base with those P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers, raging them all up, and then hopping into the center compartments using that jump spell. It was a plan that was hatched from a brilliant mind, but it seemed that the bat bomb over on the left side was just not quite enough to be able to make it through to the splash damage structures that it needed to. A great hit, but just too concentrated of the firepower in the center. I think that those troops just took a bit too much damage. Why don't we go ahead and hear directly from the Kings themselves, though.
Thanks, Woody. I'm over here with Hagi from the Kings. You guys finally grabbed your first win here on the live stage, and it seems like your mental strength must be amazing. I mean, coming off 2 losses and then start with a 3-star.
Então, a força mental de vocês deve ser muito grande para poder vocês terem vindo de duas derrotas e conseguir essa vitória e começar com 3 estrelas, né? Então, como é que foi isso?
Foi importante, né, a gente ter começado. A gente perdeu as 2 primeiras partidas, mas a gente queria pelo menos deixar aí, terminar com essa vitória para ter uma boa impressão aí para a equipe.
So it was really important for us to get the 3-star right on the beginning of the match. After those 2 previous losses, we wanted to finish in a better way because it was important for us to win at least the last match today.
You did that. Unfortunately, now we have to wait what happens in the next match. Thanks, Heidi, for taking the time for the interview with us. They don't have it in their own hands right now, and we'll be relying on the match right afterwards. But before that, we dive once again into the attacks we had with Judo.
Well, they did incredible there. This is the attack which kicked it off for Kings, and I really want you to take notice of the Queen charge, which really turns this into a 3-star attack. Uses the slammer initially to take out the multi-inferno. Interesting that he didn't use ground troops within that, because he could have potentially pulled more troops out of the clan castle. Not to worry, the funnel has been created on the left-hand side here, which allows the Queen pathing up and around the base. That is exactly what you need to do in terms of controlling where the heroes go. But wait until you see the deployment of the King. The Expos are now tanked onto the Queen, and that means that the King can move across to the right to the Town Hall, and that is a very important structure that he's relying on the King to get. Wall breakers come through the initial compartment, and take note of the wizard tower here. The patience of this attacker is incredible. Wait until that is the final building left, and the wall breakers can target that building, because wall breakers target buildings, not walls. They will target the wall in front of the building they go after. So they come in for that wizard tower as it goes down, but it provides access for the Queen towards the Eagle. Gets really unfortunate with the healers splitting across. But think about the pathing we talked about earlier on in the stream for Hog Riders. We now have a clear path of defenses up and around the base that they're able to come in, directly target the splash damage easily in terms of that multi-inferno. And whilst there's one on the back end of the base as well, which he could have sent some Hog Riders in for, he knows he's got enough to take this down. The Queen charge was epic, and it gives Kings a lifeline, but is it enough, René, as we move into the final match?
Yeah, Judo Lifeline is the right word, but yeah, will it be enough? Will it be tough? That's for sure, because they totally rely on the results that we will see on our last match here in round 3, which obviously will be INTZ versus NOVA, basically the big boys coming back.
Yes, it's coming down to these two clans, which can potentially be the playoff clans that we see on Sunday. This is going to be a great war, which we could see again in the finals.
All signs point to yes when we ask the question, will INTZ and NOVA move on? But which clan is going to be in the #1 seed position? That's still up in the air. The 2 top teams in Group A are headed toward a monster match. Carbon, I'm so excited for this match. Is there anything that you're looking forward to?
I'm just excited to see if we see some new strategies, if they're going to be taking some risks that maybe they know that they might be in the playoffs, but you have to lock up those 2 stars and at least get 10 stars to advance to Sunday.
Both teams looking at the top seed of Group A. You still have to fight for it, and there's one team that comes back for the 5th time already. They got all the experience, they want the golden ticket, INTZ.
Tá, então eu sou o Marinal, esse aqui é o God, o Celinho, o Caetano e o Bernardo. Nós somos a INTZ. Bom, sabemos que essa é a nossa última chance de se qualificar, então a gente treinou dobrado, tanto a parte ofensiva quanto a parte defensiva, e eu acredito que a gente tem condições de ser campeões esse mês. Bom, as equipes que a gente julga mais fortes seriam o NOVA Sports, que já esteve aqui no mês passado, teve um bom desempenho, e o Kings, né, que eles conhecem a gente e também, sem dúvida, vai ser um adversário complicado. Mês passado a gente quase conseguiu essa vaga para a Alemanha, batemos na trave, mas esse mês temos totais condições de repetir aquele bom desempenho e também melhorar alguns aspectos e ser campeões. Vencendo essa qualificatória seria um objetivo realizado, aí nós vamos nos preparar para a Alemanha.
Last time they came 2nd, now they need to be 1st, and they're going up against one of the most fearsome opponents, it's NOVA.
We have INTZ coming in with Marinol, Catano, Celino, Bernal, and God.
NOVA bring back Juan, Wei, Terry, UZP, and LP.
The big clash here at the end of Group A. Both teams could go to the playoffs, or one team could fail and go back home. That's the big question. Will it be NOVA and INTZ going through, or will it be someone else? We find out in round 3 with INTZ versus NOVA.
This is a powerhouse match. We've seen this matchup last month, INTZ versus NOVA, but we got a new player over on the NOVA side, Juan, coming over, so maybe he might be the difference maker in this attack or this war.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you have been waiting for. NOVA, the #1 global ranked clan on the in-game Clan War leaderboards, who cited INTZ as their key nemesis. INTZ, the #2 ranked clan on the in-game Clan War leaderboards, having qualified also through the ESL Play online tournament, beating another previous qualifier in One Hive. They also cited NOVA as one of their key nemesis. Here at the Clash of Clans World Championship August qualifier, we are kicking things off for this 4th and final war today to determine which clan will be the #1 seed, who will end up on top and write the story of the last golden ticket for ESL 1 Hamburg.
Oh, this is gonna be good, Woody. We're gonna see UZP coming in with a little bit of a Warden Walk, Warden Charge, and maybe grab this multi-target Inferno. But it's then going to move into a P.E.K.K.A smash, because his very first attack in the wars today was also a P.E.K.K.A smash, which got a 99% 2-star. So he's trying not to repeat that here. But this Grand Warden might have a nice funnel towards his multi if he doesn't keep going up to the top side.
If it ain't broke, don't need to fix it, says UZP, using P.E.K.K.A Smash once again, trying to get this Warden Walk to move a little bit closer to that multi-target Inferno. It seems like he's got other ideas in mind, though, targeting just about everything around him besides the multi-Inferno. UZP still going to be moving in hot onto the bottom section of this base. I've heard some confused laughter from INTZ trying to figure out where the key target of this Warden is and what UZP's strategy is. He is past the 2-star mark, though, at 50% now, but still on the bottom side of the base, hasn't even really cracked into the interior yet.
Oh man, he definitely wanted the Grand Warden to go for this multi and then walk down and use the ability over the Town Hall and go through this whole core. I absolutely see what his plan was, but this Grand Warden completely walked on the wrong side and he couldn't get the value from him. And he got the 2-star locked up, still has another 2 rages, which he might drop either on this Grand Warden or the balloons maybe that come out of here. Yep, there's balloons that come out. Pops the Grand Warden Eternal Tome just because, hey, he has it, might as well use it, right? Drops the haste. Oh no, these balloons. They're going down so fast right there, and he's just going to be in the 60% range.
UZP with a strong strategy here, intending that Grand Warden to go into the multi-target Inferno, but it turned out instead of a Warden walk, we got a bit of a Warden wander around the outside of the map, not on target at all. UZP had his fingers crossed and had a good idea for this raid. Still, he's going to go home with a 2-star, at least 68%. Looks like he's going to maybe even be able to get 69 or 70 outside on this elixir storage. 20 seconds left to fire away at it. And finish things off here, Carbon.
That's going to be not enough time for this one lonely archer on the storage. He's just going to let it run out, just like you always should do. Try to get as much percentage as possible in your wars. Don't want to leave the attack early, but there it is. Finishes at a 69% 2-star.
It bears repeating that these two clans, INTZ and NOVA, are exactly tied right now, both with an 88.8% average destruction across their 10 attacks in 2 wars, and both with 23 stars. This really actually could just come down to a tiny difference in percentage. And if that's the case, UZP with only 69% is starting off a bit slow for NOVA.
Yeah, these two clans right here, INTZ and NOVA, are fighting for that #1 overall seed. So that's why this war is so very important, because they want to take on the #2 seed from Group B that fights tomorrow. Now Celino's coming in with a Queen Charge Hogs, and he's going to see if he can get some nice value and follow this wall record. Use this King to set the funnel, but maybe hopefully he didn't go in. Nope, it looks like he took down air defense, which should let and create that funnel for the King to run all the way around. The P.E.K.K.A was a really nice funneling choice to grab that. Now the Queen's going to follow this wall record in, and then he's got the Eagle on the top side, which maybe might send Hogs, but the Town Hall, it's down south.
We've seen 3 3-star hits so far from INTZ, and ChenZhou was one of the guys who did a 3-star strike in the first war. He is a 3-star expert, and we've seen plenty of those big, heavy hits from him in previous months, so have high expectations for him to try to make it happen here once again when INTZ really needs it. 30 Hog Riders is the main base of this attack. He's also brought an Earthquake spell, possibly to activate that Town Hall a bit early to make sure that defensive targeting Hog Riders will go onto their intended target. Getting a bit more funneling done along the top side with that P.E.K.K.A. She's trying to chop through that Builder Hut, but can't make it all the way there. Finally popping that Archer Queen Royal Cloak ability. She'll finish off those CC troops, but it's taking quite a bit of fire now from those Expos. Actually, maybe she won't get a chance to finish off the CC troops after all. We gotta hope that those healers stay on top of her.
Wow, the healers came back to grab the Queen there. I was going to say the healers were not healing the Queen and we're on the not the E-Dragon, but the Ice Golem there, and allows the Queen now to heal back up to full, and the Queen has to be responsible to take out the enemy Queen, otherwise he had no way of taking that enemy Queen down. Now he's at 45%, activates the Town Hall so the Hogs can target it. Grand Warden's going in slowly, Tornado trapped over there, pops the Warden ability, should clear the Town Hall, killed off the enemy Queen there, so that was huge.
But died in the process.
Look at that, Woody. Now he's moving through, has one more heal, drops it. Is he going to have enough? And the healers actually transition to these Hogs.
Yeah, Celino lost his Archer Queen. That's a lot of lost firepower, but he does manage to save those healers. They work really well alongside these Hog Riders to try to keep them in tip-top shape. They'll certainly need that. There's no more heal spells left for them to use, and still a lot of firepower coming in from that Eagle Artillery. Celino has been able to knock down all of the splash damage structures besides that Eagle Artillery, though it's just point damage structures and that one lone mortar up on top, trying to fire away. think that he's just started to run out of Hog Riders, though. It took a long time to make it to the backside of this base, and with that Eagle Artillery uncontested, I think Salino is starting to run out of steam here. 13 seconds left to try to get as much percentage as possible.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Eagle stayed up this whole raid, which means he wasn't able to take it down. And that Eagle Artillery keeps firing down on this Grand Warden and all those hogs, which cost him in the end.
Both teams are once again running into this match with full forces, but no one really leaping ahead so far. Once again, looking good for INTZ, though. It seems like they finally found the form they will need to get through here and grab a golden ticket.
We might not call it a leap, but INTZ Salino with a 2-star 93% does have at least a step ahead of their competition. Nova trying to prove that they have what it takes to make it to the World Finals. They've been in that playoff spot before, and they are itching to get the #1 seeding once again. It's going to be Terry up next. Remember, he's a 21-year-old college student and relies on the genius of his clanmates to build these big attacks together. He's pretty much got a kitchen sink combination here with a giant to protect his Archer Queen, and then Archer, Goblins, Balloons, Wizards, Electric Dragons, Witches, and even an Ice Golem to protect out front before he starts the main Hog Rider phase of the attack. Uses that Archer Queen Royal Cloak ability to provide a little bit more funneling along the left side of the space, but it seems like he's willing to throw them away in favor of supporting the main thrust of this attack card.
Yeah, he's going to be using these 2 E-Dragons to fly right behind these sweepers for this Eagle Artillery with the Stone Slammer to clone over it, to clear out this whole top side and hopefully be able to take out that Queen. But hey, he activated that Tornado Trap, which is a huge value. Means when the Hogs now move around, they will not get affected by it. Stone Slammer getting some nice value. E-Dragons under the rage. Let's see if we can get some chain value. Out comes some Archers. So, you know, there's a Lava Hound also in there because the air troops do not pull any of the air or ground only targeting, which the Lava Hound would be one of them. Takes down that Eagle, but can he take out the enemy Queen? Doesn't have a freeze for her. Oh no, that E-Drag goes down, unfortunately, Woody.
It's going to be a real tricky maneuver for Terry to be able to take down that enemy Archer Queen. He doesn't have any skeleton spells or even any poison spells to try to get the job done. He's just got to hope that maybe these witch skeletons will kind of swarm her as they make their way into the base. Don't Terry. You got to move, man. 1 minute and 22 seconds left and still not a single star yet. He's about to get both of them right back to back as he takes down this Town Hall, but restarts is going to be real tricky with so many multi-target Infernos up and especially that Archer Queen firing away at the Hog Riders the whole way through.
Woody, there is an enemy balloon moving through this base. It's going to be firing on these Hogs. Unfortunately, the balloon is also one of those units that does not come out if you send only the air, like the E-Dragons in to try to pull a clan castle. So having 5 Archers in a balloon is not a bad idea for a scenario just like this, but Terry is going to be getting into the 70% range at this point, has some Archers and a Wizard around the edge to try to grab the percentage. But it looks like he's going to fall short, and he didn't get that enemy Queen. He wanted that whole top side taken down with the E-Drag push.
It's an improvement on the last attack from Nova, though. Another 2-star strike. It's what we've come to expect at minimum for them. In the 70 percentages now, Terry is shaking his head, kind of wondering where he might have been able to get a few more buildings knocked down at. I think that you're right, though, that ultimately that Archer Queen in the center was the key obstacle that he wasn't able to get through, and not being able to deal with the CC troops effectively either was another big one for him.
Yeah, that Queen just was firing upon the Hogs. He didn't get the value he wanted from that initial push. If he got that value, it would have been a completely different attack, but that's when you say, if you were able to do it. And maybe you can again, but you only have the one attack in these formats, or as you can see, the Hogs are coming here. He pops the Grand Warden, Eternal Tome over the Town Hall, but that enemy balloon also came out and just started firing on the Hogs, and he had no poison to help take it down because he used it a little early.
Back once again to INTZ, where Caetano has got another chance to make the magic happen. A 3-star hitter in the very first war against the Kings. He says once again that he's here to save the clan when they need it most, has supreme respect for the great leader Marinol of his clan. He said if he wins a prize at the World Finals, he's going to use it all to buy churros. Loves him some churros.
Well, he's coming in with one of his favorite attacks, it might be, because the first war, he got the 3-star. He came in with a mass E-Dragon attack, and that's exactly what he's doing here again. He's showing how you can use E-Dragons at the top level of the game in the World Qualifiers. And he uses the Queen with a jump to take out this Town Hall. He's going to try to set a funnel, because if you look at the base, one of the things you want to look at when you're looking to do E-Dragons is the expos and their orientation. If there are ground, which there are 2 ground expos, that helps so much because the military will not fire on your E-Dragons when they fly through.
Yeah, they have real long range, and they might not have the highest DPS, but when they start firing away really early in a raid, they become a constant threat to have to deal with there. Caetano recognizing that only 2 ground expos are not going to be able to provide any resistance here. He sees an opportunity to try to take them out. He uses a free spell, in fact, to shut down that air sweeper, but it looks like it got destroyed here thanks to the chain lightning from these Electro Dragons storming through the base. A free spell now used on the Eagle Artillery to shut it down, make sure that splash damage stays far away from his big blue boys. He's got the Barbarian King still along the bottom side, but just about to go down to that cannon. Still, that's a lot of firepower left in the skies. He takes a Seeking Air Mine on one of the weaker Electric Dragons, but it looks like he's pretty distracted on the bottom of the base there, CarbonFin.
Got the chain of lightning onto that air defense on the top side. He's got E-Dragons down south. He's got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Oh, he pulls a Seeking Air Mine. That's some damage right there. He's got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 E-Dragons left in this raid. I don't know how much health his E-Dragons got. Not much. Ben 1 goes down. There's 3-point defenses of these Archer Towers. Where is he going to use the freeze spell?
That's the question on all our minds. I would expect him to use it against the Archer Tower, Wizard Tower combo in the back, but I don't know how close he's going to be able to even get to it. He's taken a lot of fire from these shots on the outside. These Electro Dragons do not have a whole lot of health, CarbonFin.
It doesn't look like... Oh, pulls another Seeking Air Mine. E-Drag's going to have to skip. They take the Archer Tower down. This is not looking too bad anymore. I mean, it's going to come down to this just about, I don't know, I would say like 60, 70% health E-Drag right here. 1 freeze. If they can get through this in time, they can get it, but he freezes the Archer Tower, but he can't skip onto it.
I'm also worried that because he froze it, it's going to target onto the weaker Electro Dragon. If it kills that Electro Dragon, that might have been a really mistaken freeze from Caetano.
Yeah. With only 14 seconds, unfortunately, it's going to be a time fail right there, and he's not going to be able to get it. Still a really good percentage, locks up the 2-star, and he's going to get a 96% for INTZ.
Might be a time fail, but that's the second attack in the 90% range. So Nova has to find some answer to this, or INTZ is just running away with it.
At this point, it's going to be really difficult for Nova to catch up on overall destruction percentage. INTZ is far and ahead the favorite if it does come down to a tiebreaker, but Nova is a clan that we have seen before to really be able to turn up the pressure even if they take a couple hard hits in the first couple of attacks in a war. Of course, Juan, an expert at 3-star hits, who got a 3-star strike against the Kings earlier on today, could be the guy to make it happen for Nova.
Coming in with something that we saw from Terry almost, using the E-Dragons to push in and then Hogs on the back end. I'm going to be curious to see where he's going to drop this. King's going to go up and around. He's going to try to clear the trash. King's going to run towards this Town Hall. Might even have the King activate the Town Hall. Nice use of the Giant on the left for the Archer Tower. Distract for the Queen. I mean, where's this Queen going to go if he can get some value? Oh!
Oh, no. He didn't use the Queen ability.
No, Woody didn't.
That is a crucial misstep for Juan that might leave him too short of firepower at the end of this raid to finish things off with a 3-star. I think he was expecting that Queen to path along the top corner of the base and target onto that multi-target Inferno. Instead, he's going to have to rely on this Stone Slammer to get the job done. If we've seen anything with these Electro Dragons, though, it is that they are very sturdy, often lasting until the very end of the raid. The problem more often that they have is running out of time toward the end. So if he gets some good chain lightning strikes with these Electro Dragons, he still might be able to salvage a strong hit against Bernal.
Yeah, he's getting a nice value. If he can take this Eagle Artillery down, that's going to be a ton of value that he's going to take in the whole core. Now the Hogs are coming towards this Town Hall. get this Grand Warden down. Out comes the balloon that's moving over to the Hog Riders. Uh-oh. I mean, this balloon, he has no way of taking the balloon down. Pops the Grand Warden Eternal Tome. They're in the heal, but he decided to use that poison spell on the archers. I don't know if he thought about that enemy balloon. He's got them moving all the way through, drops the heal, but this balloon is going to do so much work and work on taking out the Grand Warden right there.
It is so tough to keep your cool when nothing seems to be going your way, activating traps left and right and running into giant bombs just as soon as those Hog Riders move out of the heal spell radius. It's all smiles for the INTZ guys. Happy to see their defenses hold up against Nova for a third time in a row. Lots of cleanup along the outer edge of this base, though, and that's going to mean at least it looks like 70% overall damage, maybe even getting close to the 80s. But Juan, one of the stronger attackers from Nova, not able to get a 3-star in this third hit of the final war.
Yeah, unfortunately did get the 3-star in the previous attack with the Queen Walk E-Drags, but this attack right here with kind of the Electrons into the Hogs was not able to do it. 70% 2-star. Looks like he's going to finish right there. Well, he's got 25 seconds. He's got some minions. Should get into the 72%, but not much after that. The red air bomb right there takes down some of the minions. 73%. Looks like that's where Juan is going to finish.
All right, Nova with an average in the 70s has had a lower performance than we've seen in their first 2 wars of the day. They were victorious against the Kings, though, and also defeated Golden X, so they have a winning record so far today, 2 wins. I think that's an improvement over what we saw from them last month. And with a really high hit rate still, it seems that their spot in the playoffs tomorrow is cemented, but it's going to take a really strong strike from either Way or LP if they're going to be able to pull ahead of INTZ, a team that has performed consistently for 4 months now here in the arena and is itching to get their chance to make it to the finals again.
Oh, it's going to be good, but we have Bernal of INTZ, the next attacker. I think Bernal is one of the best Queen Charge Lalo attackers in the game. And that's exactly what he's coming in with. Look at this wall break. Oh my goodness, he double broke that with the rage and some of the wall breakers. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful charge right into here. Now the Queen can get through, doesn't have a jump, but if he takes out this air defense, can he break this next layer that's near this Expo and get the Queen even further? If he takes out that cannon, he has the possibility.
Bernal said his superpower is his expert control over the Queen Walk, charging into that left side compartment now and finishing off the Inferno Tower right before she retargets onto the defending CZ troops. Nice placement on that poison spell, and didn't even bring a minion to help clean up the backside pups there. He's got every single troop exactly calculated out to where he wants to spend them. Bernal cannot be stopped by walls, cannot be stopped by clan castles. I don't know if anything can stop him at all. He's got a massive lava loon strike ready and in the chamber to fire away just as soon as he gets this Queen into the next compartment to tear it down.
Look at this wall break, Woody. He not only double wall broke, but he triple wall broke and got to the Queen, the Eagle, and then he can reach, he can reach this multi, he can reach this back end air defense and that Wizard Tower. Oh my goodness, this Queen charge was amazing through this base here. Stone Slammer's coming on the left. Lava Hounds are flying in. Where's his Grand Warden? Woody, he's got to get the Grand Warden down. He's going to swag him at this point.
Cheers and applause from the other members of INTZ, laughing as they are celebrating these balloons making their way across this base. It seems like all is going right for Bernal from INTZ, seeking a 3-star strike, still holding on to one more free spell. Expect to see him use that on some air defense up on the top, maybe on the multi-target Inferno. He's using that Grand Warden Eternal Tome ability a little bit cavalierly. He missed the Archer Tower on that free spell as well, but he should still have plenty of firepower to finish off this base. 3-star within sight. CarbonFin.
Woody, this is looking wonderful. He's got plenty of balloons left. Going to take this Archer Tower down. And Bernal, you see them cheering at the bottom of your screen, coming in with the Queen. A charge. Lalo, beautiful attack from Bernal right here. and he was able to come in. He did 2 other Queen Charge Lalo attacks in his previous 2 wars, but he did get the triple, so this is Bernal's first 3-star here today in the Group A stage.
Queen Charge Masterclass, that's what we saw here by Bernal. INTZ with 93, 96, 100. If that's the same graph for the actual placements, then this should be a golden ticket this weekend.
Ask him what his objective is, and Bernal says, burn all the buildings. Fire away! The first 3-star of the last war today puts INTZ in a dominant position against NOVA. Back on their heels now and in need of back-to-back 3-stars to strike at the jugular. INTZ a behemoth now against their NOVA counterparts. Can the Chinese fight back to get the first seeding in the playoffs, Carbon?
Well, LP is going to try to answer the call. He came in with his last attack with a 3-star with the Electron, so maybe he can get another 3-star here today. Sends in the King on the top with the Ice Golem down south. He does have 5 wall breakers. They're going to target this corner wall right here. There's Teslas. Oh no! Oh no! The Teslas stop the wall break. Oh no! See, this Queen won't go for the Town Hall because that decoration right there is going to stop her. She's going to go down to this cannon and then continue around. Yeah.
So that's going to be a little bit of a setback here for LP. He does have a Stone Slammer, so he knows as soon as he activates this Town Hall, he does have a pretty clear trump card to knock that Town Hall down. But if your plan goes this sideways, this early in a raid, is there any way that you can still salvage a 3-star, Carbon?
He can if he, what I would suggest is to start the Lalo and save the Stone Slammer for the end and have that take out the Town Hall. That's your pretty much your only option at this point if you want to have the best chances of still getting the 3-star. So sends the balloons in to fly towards the multi because the sweepers are pointing the other way. So he's going to try to get into here. Grand Warden's flying in. There's the Tornado Trap, freezes the Town Hall. There's Air Skelly. So much stuff is happening. Uh-oh. I mean, he freezes the left side, but he's just going to try to overwhelm here. Pops the Grand Warden's home early. This is not looking good, Woody.
He's using skeleton spells and 3 spells to try to take out this enemy Archer Queen. Actually doesn't even have any 3 spells left for her at this point. Skeleton spells are spawning those little bony warriors, but he dropped only one of them to start things off. The second one a bit later. It looks like they will get the job done. LP sending in the Stone Slammer to finish off that Town Hall. Balloons are really starting to crash in around the bottom side of the space, but has still a lot of defenses left to deal with. Multi-target Infernos and 2 air defenses really well protected behind these walls at the bottom edge. LP with a really high percentage 2-star. Looks like he's going to fall just short of the 3, Carbon.
Imagine if the Queen was able to grab that Town Hall. So much value right there, but he was not able to do it. The Teslas were perfectly placed to pick off those wall breakers, unless he had like a hog or something to try to test it again. We only have 1 attack per base, which means that you have no idea where the Teslas or any of the traps, or you don't even know what's in the clan castle defending because of the 1 attack format.
LP with a few cleanup troops along the outside edge gets his overall damage up to 89%, coming close to contesting INTZ, but still that's a lower overall damage percentage than all 3 attacks we've seen so far from INTZ. They told us that they prepared hard and wanted to earn this last and final qualifying spot to the ESL 1 Hamburg World Finals for the Clash of Clans Championship. It looks like INTZ has proven that they have got what it takes. With only 2 attacks left from them, how are things going to finish off?
I mean, we've talked about it to players before, and usually in these group stages is when they decide to run their best bases they have, because they want to have the best chance to make it to the playoffs. So once you're in the playoffs, it's a best of 1 for that first match. Then you run your second best base, and then when you get to the finals, I mean, that's when you might not have your best bases because it's a best of 3. You can try to make up the ground for it because it's so close. You want to have the best chance at getting to the finals, which if you do qualify and you get that golden ticket, you go out to ESL 1 in Hamburg, and you guys can get your tickets now. Potentially watch one of these clans here that's going there. And Now Marinol is coming in with a Sui Lalo, going to try to take out not only this multi-target Inferno, but also the enemy Queen.
$1 million prize pool for the first year of the Clash of Clans World Championship. And the lion's share of that given out at the World Finals at ESL 1. That's taking place in late October, so get your tickets now, just like CarbonFin said, and see the most spectacular Clash show in the world. Marinol from INTZ, hot off of his 3-star victory against Golden X in the second war, is going to try to make a repeat strike here today against LP. A precise hit is what he needs. These balloons spreading out beautifully to take down many defensive structures all at once. Uses that Earthquake spell to activate the Town Hall, keeping his Grand Warden as close to these balloons as he can. Activates that Grand Warden Eternal Tome to protect the balloons as they pass over that Giga Bomb. They're still on track toward the last stage of the space, but it is a really spread out layout here, CarbonFin.
Yeah, Woody, he was not able to take out the enemy Queen, which means he didn't have any plan to take the Queen out, because he doesn't have a Skelly. Can he drop on the Queen? No, he doesn't get the drop. He's still not giving up. He's got minions, he's got pups in the core. If they could take this Queen down, he might have enough balloons to make it through, but the Queen is slowly picking these balloons off, takes down the Wizard Tower. Oh man, he would have got so much value. This Queen would have walked up, grabbed not only this Wizard Tower, this Expo down here, but also the enemy Queen. That is exactly what he wanted to try to get, and this could have definitely had a chance at a 3-star.
Coming down to their last throws on defense, LP still manages to barely hang on. It looks like maybe 2 or 3 defensive structures, as well as that Archer Queen still firing away at the balloons as they made their last strike at the base. Marinol at 2 stars now and passing the 80% overall damage mark, will have a lot more cleanup available along the outer edges of the base. INTZ hammering away at Nova, which has only one more chance to try to put a 3-star up and tie against INTZ, and then hope and pray that the 5th and final attack from the Brazilian team, by God, won't be able to pierce their defenses.
The lowest attack so far for INTZ in this war was a 93% 2-star. So it looks like Marinol is just about to approach in the 90s. He's at 91, can get a 92. And it looks like it's going to be the lowest, which means 90% as your lowest, 92 is your lowest. That's an incredible performance.
Yeah, talking about the lowest with those results that INTZ is putting up here right now. It's hard world. Nova seems to kind of struggle here against the Brazilian powerhouse.
Time to take a look at the replay now. Eternal Tome from the Grand Warden protecting the balloons as they floated over. There was a great spread out of these troops to make sure that after that early stab into the bottom compartments that they fanned out along the top side of the space to finish off all the defensive structures on their way toward the end. But yeah, like you mentioned, CarbonFin, the one little misstep, not being able to take out that Archer Queen, made all the difference and kept Marinol at that 2-star mark and just short of being able to reach to 3.
So now Wei is going to be the last attacker for Nova, and all he's got to do is get this 2-star, and they would advance him to the playoffs on Sunday. And here comes a P.E.K.K.A. No, not, I was going to say a P.E.K.K.A. smash, but there's 24 balloons. It looks to be a Sui Lalo has a jump spell with no healers, so he's going to try to maybe jump the Queen to get some value. Interesting with one Ice Golem as well. Here comes the King, the Ice Golem and the Archer Tower, Queen behind. Get ready for a jump in this section.
If there is anyone on this Nova team who can put up a 3-star hit, it's gotta be Wei. He always tries to find a way to triple, and he did manage to do so in the previous war against the Kings. Wei has got one of the highest overall damage percentages from any member on this Nova team, and with a massive Lava Hound 24 balloon army, he's going to have a fair shot at making it happen in this last attack for Nova.
The Queen walked all the way up and around and did not go into the core of the space. Even if the Queen went into the core, she would have been stuck on the enemy of Lava Hound, so now he's going to have to try to adjust. There are 2 ground expos down facing towards the Town Hall. He doesn't have anything to take out the enemy Queen at this point. He's like, well, I just gotta at least get this secured 2-star and we are good. Granted, they want to try to get the #1 overall seed from Group A, but at this point it's not looking like, because INTZ did get the 3-star from Bernal with the Queen charge Lalo. pops the Grand Warden Internal Tome, gets the Town Hall, and he's about to lock up the 50%. There's the Stone Slammer, and you're going to see the 2 stars from Wei. Unfortunately, not going to get the 3.
Wei has guaranteed Nova a spot in the playoffs on Sunday. This 2-star hit puts their star total at 33, passing above and beyond where Golden X and Kings are sitting. It's just a matter of whether or not that final attack from INTZ will pass Nova's 10-star total. It seems very likely that even with a middling or weaker attack from INTZ that they'll be able to do so, and so Nova poised for a number 2 spot in Group A. Moving on to the playoffs, they'll have to face off against the number 1 seeded team from the Group B matches tomorrow.
Yeah, they could definitely face again in the finals, which would be a best of 3, because since they are both exiting from the same group, they can't play again until the final match. And that one will decide who goes to the ESL1 Hamburg and gets that golden ticket.
Among all the clans that I've seen in the past 5 months, Carbon, I don't think that there's any better matchup than INTZ and Nova. They're always neck and neck, and it's just a matter of who finds that crucial weakness in their opponent's base and discovers a way to take advantage of it. Nova, I think, is a much more versatile team, is really well-rounded, and has consistent performance across many different opponents. INTZ just seems to always find a way to whittle down their opponents when they need those stars the most. All in the 90+% so far. INTZ is looking to finish things off. God, the final striker for INTZ to guarantee them the number 1 spot in the Group A.
God of INTZ is coming with the Queen Charge Hogs. He's got the only 2 heal spells in this composition, but 3 rages, so you got to keep this Queen alive. There's 2 ground expos in the core, which seem they might actually lock up on the Wall Wrecker as that's actually charging in here. Queen is following behind, drops a nice Coco Loon to test for Seeking Air Mines. It goes down here. The Wizard Tower is going to now allow the Queen to charge in. And if you guys are just joining, you see that there is the Queen skin, which you guys can get in the next Gold Pass. So make sure you guys are checking that out for the next month. But God is charging in with the Queen. Look at some archers. Woody, I think there might be a Lava Hound in here.
It needs just a 1 star to surpass Nova on overall damage percentage now and take the lead for Group A, but he's not going to be satisfied with just a 1-star hit. He's had 3-star opportunities before and come very close, having got a 2-star 93% in the first war today. God from INTZ has 33 Hog Riders, like you mentioned, and is looking to use them to the best of his ability, facing off against a Lava Hound flying up top. The Queen's going to pop it and take it down, but after the first minute of battle, God is starting to run short on time. He needs to get those Hog Riders deployed, and that's exactly what he's going to do. The top corner is his preferred deploy location.
Wow, he's coming in with the Hogs from the opposite side of the base. Queen goes down. Now he's hoping that these Hogs target and move directly to this Town Hall. He's approaching 40% here. You need 51% to activate the Town Hall, and then they will be able to target it. Healer's moving in, still has Grand Warden and Eternal Tome, 2 freezes, but if these Hogs,
that's it.
They're in time. Oh, Woody!
God has got past the 50% overall damage mark. That's the 1-star INTZ needed. They would win on tiebreakers even if they don't tear down this Town Hall, but why not do it anyways? A 2-star strike from God puts them in a star lead overall in the group, and INTZ is the number 1 clan from Group A, advancing to the playoffs in a preferential seeded spot. This attack continues as these Hog Riders along the bottom side of the base try to curve upward toward this Inferno Tower, but the multi will not go down. The defenses for Wei holding up, but not good enough to deny God the spot he seeks in the finals.
Very nice job from INTZ coming in. They came in 2nd place of the last qualifiers, and they coming in strong in this first group, Group A, to show why they deserve to get this golden ticket and hopefully 1 step closer for the August qualifiers.
what an ending for INTZ here. Just one attack below 90% with taking the win against Nova, one of the teams where they said these could be our biggest opponents, but they strike against them this time, and they can probably do it in the playoffs again because they will be all there on Sunday.
Congratulations to both of our teams on stage. INTZ and Nova put up a great fight and an amazing performance for us to enjoy up here on the stage, and I'm sure for you to enjoy back home on the couch as well. Both of these teams will be moving on to the playoffs on Sunday, and we'll get a chance soon to learn a bit more about what's going through their heads. But first, take a quick look at the replay, Carbon.
Yeah, Woody came in with the hogs from the top side. It's a little risky if you're trying to move your way all the way to the town hall, but it set a beautiful funnel to this town hall that he was able to grab at least a 2-star and secure this victory. Beautiful job for INTZ. They're going to be finishing with the #1 seed in Group A, and we're going to be seeing them and Nova on Sunday in the playoffs.
It's a great feeling to go up against your #1 nemesis, the clan that you're most concerned about, and stomp all over them. The INTZ leader, Marinal, is here for another interview with René.
Yeah, I mean, they got another win, right? That's why they are once again on the couch here, Marinal. After that win, you guys had a flawless Group A day, I would say. I mean, you just went through this like it was easy. Is it just because you guys are so dialed in now as you always play with the same lineup here?
Então, vocês conseguiram ganhar toda essa partida de hoje, fizeram realmente um dia perfeito aí nesse grupo A, vocês estão liderando no grupo A. Isso é porque vocês estão mais entrosados, estão mais acostumados a jogar juntos e contra essas equipes?
Sim, é exatamente isso. Nós 5 já estamos jogando juntos há alguns meses e eu conheço muito bem os jogadores e assim facilita bastante para a gente montar as estratégias.
So we've been playing together for some months now, so that's why we're used to the way each of the members play. So it's easy for us to make up a strategy and to know what we can expect from our colleagues.
Team effort brought you guys the win. You told us in the video, obviously, about your biggest and toughest opponents with Nova and Kings. But now that your first seed means you're going up against someone from Group B, the second seed of Group B. Who is in there that you might consider now being your biggest opponent from the other group?
Então, vocês comentaram na entrevista anterior que na apresentação que duas equipes muito fortes eram a Nova e o Kings, né? E agora no próximo grupo, o grupo B, qual é a equipe que você acha que realmente pode ser problema para vocês?
Eu acredito que a Air Force e o ShenZhou, né, tem uma certa qualidade, mas qualquer um que vier do outro lado lá vai ser um oponente difícil.
I think that actually ShenZhou and the Air Force are strong teams, but I believe that each team which comes from Group B may be a fierce opponent.
Obviously, there's also the Papys Warriors, and there is DK's second Brigade in that group. Thanks, Marinal, for being here once again, and welcome once again as well to the playoff on Playoff Sunday. That is INTZ once again claiming their ticket for the Sunday matches. How did they do that?
Well, they did it in style, didn't they? Bernal here with one of the best queen charges that we have seen in the entire qualifier. If you want to do this at home, you've got to set up your funnel first, which Bernal does very successfully here, and that will then allow your archer queen into the base. But check out the wall breakers here, breaking not one, but 2 layers initially, and he's still got some in the bag as well. Now you have to just protect your queen at that point. In come the rage spells, and notice that they encompass the healers as well. It just about clips them so that the healers can move forward alongside the queen, and really once you've got that funnel created, you've just got to protect your queen, and that's why Bernal has so many rage spells for that. Again, notice the healers just about inside that range, and as she moves forward, she's able to take out not just the town hall, but we've also got the Eagle Artillery and the Archer Queen, the two most dangerous defenses for a Lava Loon attack. And here comes the next layer of wall breakers. Sends one initially just to test where they are going to go, and check it out, he gets the third layer of walls down, and that provides pathing for the Lalo. I know we talk about this a lot, guys, but check out the U shape that we now have around the base. Once the Queen has taken out that central area, it's beautiful for the Lava Loon to just come in from each and every angle, moving into there. But also notice how air defense are very nicely placed around the base here, so that Lava Hounds will be tanking for balloons all of the way through that final portion. Bernal knows he can do that, so that's why he had so many rages used initially, and he's still got the Grand Warden's ability, because as your balloons clump up, you've got to be aware of any splash damage. He's got a haste spell, he's got a freeze spell, but uses the Grand Warden's ability to help them through there. A very impressive performance by them, and let's see if they can do it moving to the knockouts. What about that? Let's move back to the guys at the desk.
Thanks, Judo. I know they're good, but it's probably hard for them to copy such a good Queen charge once again.
Yeah, those Queen charges are beautiful to see. They're not too often, but Bernal of INTZ does a fabulous job with them.
Sure does, and that's what put Nova in second and INTZ ahead into that first place position. They'll be moving on to the playoffs with preferential seeding, something that you definitely want against a really tough Group B. Let's take a look at the standings overall, though. We have INTZ in first place with 34 stars and over 90% average destruction. Nova came in second, just 1 star behind. A very tough fight, but the key battle is still yet to come on Sunday.
That's true. Unfortunately, that means Kings and Golden X, they're out. And that was the last qualifier. Their last chance besides the wild card to make it to ESL 1 Hamburg to fight for the big crown of the World Championship. Obviously, when teams came here to have that last chance, they were nervous and all that. So we had to ask them, like, what is your laid out plan to reach the golden ticket that you need so badly?
Our strategy to win the golden ticket to ESL Hamburg is winning, obviously, with good team spirit, having fun, and hopefully better bases than the others.
Eu acho que a gente vai ter que fazer o máximo possível de 3 estrelas, né?
A nossa estratégia esse mês é buscar sempre os ataques de 3 estrelas e tentar defender bem também.
我们的智慧和运气，
我们的实力，我相信一定会拿到门票的，只要我们去努力的话。
Notre stratégie, notre bonne entente, notre bonne humeur.
Just practice, practice, and practice. I think there's nothing more you can do than just practice and hope for the best.
I mean, our strategy is to come out and put up 3 stars.
Obviously, we heard a lot about practice and putting the maximum effort in, but I really like that someone said it's the atmosphere and the fun they have to really reach the top level of their own performance.
Yeah, definitely the practice, but the atmosphere here is incredible. The pressure can get to you, but it's also going to be able to step up and make you try to go for that golden ticket.
There's always that crucial little X factor in there, whether you want to call it luck or inspiration or just the spirit of the moment. You got to find your seating here in the arena and do your best to leverage all that preparation if you want to make it to the playoffs and ultimately to the ESL 1 World Finals.
Talking about seeding and playoffs, let's have a look at the bracket and how it currently looks after day 1 with 2 of the teams now in.
We're going to see these 2 from Group A here. INTZ going to be taking the #1 overall seed on the left, and then we have Nova going to be the #2 seed on the right.
That's right. Sunday's playoffs are single elimination, which means you cannot stand to lose a single war until you get to the grand finals, best of 3. But we've got prizes of increasing dollar amounts the farther you advance through the playoffs, so it's really important to keep up the spirit. We're going to have Nova and INTZ sitting on the sidelines tomorrow as Group B dukes it out. They'll have another chance to put 2 more clans into the playoff bracket.
A lot to fight for and not easy to actually make it to ESL 1 Hamburg when you're a team. If you're actually someone that wants to watch, it's simple and absolutely easy. Just follow the link in the description, get your ticket for ESL 1 Hamburg, and make sure to be with us and have a huge party of Clash of Clans, seeing the best attacks, the best defense, all the best things, basically, because Clash of Clans will hit a stadium for the very first time, and that's something you should do not miss at all.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that opportunity for the first ever Clash of Clans World Championships that's going to be here in October. So get your tickets now.
Once again, I have to say thank you guys for bringing us all the excitement of the attacks, and you had seeing the statistics, you had a lot to stream for. Thanks once again, Woody and CarbonFin.
Thank you so much, René. It's so great to be back for the August qualifiers. Can't wait to see what we're going to see in Group B.
It's been a pleasure casting with you two fine gentlemen today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate the time that you spent here on our channel. If you want to check out more great Clash in action, make sure to subscribe. They're on YouTube or on Twitch or on Facebook. You can also follow us on other social media channels as well, including Twitter. Make sure to also check out the ESL Clash of Clans Twitter page. They've got a lot of specific information about this event and also the ESL Mobile Open.
And they got a lot of pictures of the baby dragon. That's an important part. That means you can find everything there. That's it. Day 1 is in the books. We will return tomorrow at the same time. Once again, 4 p.m. CEST. Be ready for that. See more action in Group B and find out who makes it to playoff Sunday. My name is René, and I see you guys there.